It's about to get started. Mize is starting it off. It'll be Merrifield, Lopez, and Perez. Merrifield, Lopez, and Perez to lead it off for the Roydales. Good, and good.
Has a career high 23 RBIs in the month of September.
All right, there we go.
Not an easy lineup.
Should be a good audio mix anyway.
It's going to be another
Be right back. Got to go plug this in. Grab my playback.
You can see Casey's numbers for the year. He's making his 29th start against of the season, and he's faced the Royals 5 times in his career all this year, where he's 2-1 in his career against division rivals, and he's looking for win number 3 against the Royals.
He faces Whit Merrifield to start this Friday night and start the series.
Let's get my playback up. All right.
Of the 16 games so far. So the Tigers,
I'm going to refresh this and just make sure we're up to date and everything's moving along.
Side this weekend. First pitch is up and in.
All right, ball on.
To Whit Merrifield.
All righty, here we go.
I anticipate a heck of a series here, Shep, against the Royals. Both ball clubs playing pretty solid baseball. It's very similar.
It'll be strike one. 1-1 now for Merrifield.
These two clubs, we've seen how close the individual matchups have been, but a couple guys in their lineup.
What's up, Morgan? How's it going?
Well, right now.
Merrifield, one of those guys. His 460th
We got
straight
2-1.
played, a new Kansas City record. Mike Matheny turned 51 years young on Wednesday.
Wow, 95 and 117 record, doing pretty good.
Swung on and missed.
2-2 count now for Merrifield as he misses at that one. What's up, Connor? How's it going?
4 straight coming into the ball game tonight, just 4 games under 500. 1 game back.
Here comes the strikeout.
In the division. The 2-2 to Merrifield. A
He
wave
got him.
One up.
All right, what a way to start it off. 1 away.
There's the Tigers defense.
Finally not playing a team that's a playoff team or a top one or 2 seed or a first place team or some other variable bullshit tied to them. Good, man. I'm good.
260 assists at
Chilling.
third base, third most among American League third basemen.
Ready to watch the Tigers win today, hopefully.
Al Avila about Jamer Candelario before the game today, where he said he
Strike
sees
one.
him as a future piece moving forward for this club. And Al Avila will join Jack and I in the
Nice to hear
third
that
inning.
they see Candelario as part of this future team. You need some sleep. Yeah.
1-1 to Nicky Lopez, who has been
What up, Jay? What up, Amir?
fantastic.
How's
I
it
think
going?
he's
How's it
gone
going?
Under the radar, he's been so good for Kansas City. The on-base streak of
1-1 count
the
here
longest by a Royal since 2000.
for Lopez.
And the second longest by a Kansas City shortstop ever.
Gets underneath it.
Left and deep. Badu is back, and he's got
Woo, that was deep, but it's going to be the second out of the inning.
carried a lot further.
Yeah, Jay. Panthers having a good start to their year. It'll be interesting to see the Panthers play like a quality opponent. I guess we count the Saints, maybe, but we'll see. Waiting for Cards' second game. Yeah, you guys are doing great. What are you up to, 13 straight wins? If we win, we pass the Indians. Is that true? Well, you might be right. Well, we're 74 and 78, so we're dangerously close to being able to finish 500. That's probably going 0-3. Yeah. Perez is up now with the strike one called. Yeah, that's really good.
46 home runs.
We just played a whole bunch of first-place teams, and I think we went like 8-3 against them. We have one more to go against the White Sox. It could put it up to, I think, 9-3 in that stretch of like first-place teams, which is really good, by the way. Here's the 1-1. Like all playoffs, it's like the Brewers, Reyes. Who the hell else did we play?
Which I thought was very interesting. He does it in
all right, we got strike 2
in all of the country to play, and he'll catch 10 innings of a night game when it's 110 degrees and still play that.
Here's the pitch. Struck him out too. Woo! 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Good inning for Casey Mize. Let's go to the bottom of the first here. It'll be Badu, Scope, and Grossman. Badu, Scope, and Grossman here to lead it off. Let's see who else is in the game. It'll be Badu, Scope, Grossman, Cabrera, Candelario, Harold Castro, Haas, Goodrum, and Reyes. But Badu, Scope, and Grossman to lead it off. I don't know who the Roydales are pitching. Hernandez? I don't know. Don't remember him. We haven't played the Royals in a minute, so I can't really remember their team too well. What's up, Brewers? Brewers, Rays, yeah. Vikings are 0-2, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. They're better than the 0-2. It's just, you know, sometimes you get unlucky. Why is nobody talking about Nicky Lopez? Because the Royals are... Oh, record. Hold on. I don't know the Royals stand record. Not much better than us, so it's the same reason why no one on the Tigers is taken seriously. Yeah, I was going to say 69 and 83. That's probably part of it. Same reason for us. When you aren't one of the in teams that season, your players can fall by the wayside pretty quick. Especially if they're not like Cy Young, MVP, Rookie of the Year type candidates. Not like the old days if you're a Royals fan when you guys were good for 2 years.
The Tigers will take on the Royals with this lineup. Akil Baddoo bats first. Detroit is 31 and 23 with him as the leadoff.
Royals are like a year or two away. The Tigers are a much
he bats fourth, and Victor Reyes bats
well, yeah, because they paid the wrong guy. They didn't pay Moustakas and Hosmer. If they'd have paid those two guys, I'd fully believe if they would have somehow figured out a way to pay Gordon, Perez, and well, they probably could have let Gordon go. But you know, hindsight's 2020.
Two different fastballs, a four-seamer and the two-seamer.
Oh yeah. The Royals have had a pretty good season. It's just, you know, they're a super young team with a lot of they're a lot like the Tigers are. The Royals and the Tigers have very similar identities right now, and it's going to be interesting to see how those identities emerge as the coming years, because they're both super young. And while the Tigers are way ahead in management, because I mean, in all honesty, Hint should be a candidate for a manager of the year. I can't imagine he's going to get votes. If the Tigers make the playoffs next year, he'll win the award. Like he's going to win the award at some point with the Tigers, especially if they make it next year. Oh my God. But yeah, Chase, I think the Royals and the Tigers they have very bright futures. The Tigers a little brighter because it appears more obvious, right? Like almost all of their their top draft picks are all hitting. Like it's just the Tigers have gotten very lucky in this rebuild, and that a lot of their young players have hit, and that's really because I think of the coaching this season. I think also Gardenhire was really good for a lot of these guys to get them through the rough stages of an early bad, like the rough part of the being young, and because not every rookie is like a superstar. So
absolutely right. I think he's
great against playoff team, but we always do down to level sorry teams. That's the story of the season.
Gravitated toward him.
Well, and I think you guys lost like 30 in a row almost.
There's the 2-1.
Baddoo bats it. That should get to a gap. Bah. Stayed up in the air just a bit too long. Just a bit too long. That's a different Chase, yeah. Stayed up in the air just a bit too long, so that'll be the first out of the inning. I thought it was going to get down a little quicker. I was like, come on. Tigers have a similar issue, but what doomed us was April. I can point. I think didn't we go 9-24 in April or some shit like that before we started our good streak? On May 8th, we started that shit at like 9-24. It wasn't good.
Here's Jonathan Scope.
We were very, very bad the first month of the season. And I think literally if you can flip that around by 10 games and say we have a good April, we're like a playoff. We're that close to being a playoff team. Or at least still can, the White Sox wouldn't have clinched yet type deal. Like that last series might have actually been very important versus the White Sox. I think we actually end the season versus them. Not sure.
Play for the second time in a row. For the first time.
1-1 count, one away for the Tigers here.
The 1-1.
Flaherty finally comes back after a month. There you go. You guys are getting healthy too, right, for the playoffs? Oh, unable to make the play. 2 strikes. 1-2 now for Scope.
You just mentioned Chicago winning the division. It'll be interesting because the Tigers end the season in Chicago. And
oh, shit. We have a good shot at sweeping Chicago to end the season. So we can get that 500.
Maybe half a
Let's
month or so
go.
with his team. And knowing Tony the way I do, when the Tigers go in, he's going to have his A squad in, getting them ready for that first postseason game. So the Tigers, what I'm trying to say is the Tigers have got their hands full still. They've come out extraordinarily well against postseason-bound teams here in the last couple weeks, but that's going to continue here.
All right.
Kansas City and Detroit.
Ball up high. 2-2.
It's still a
Be right back. I'll
personal
blow my
battle
nose.
between
Right
these
now,
two
so
and in
bother me.
Minnesota, where they go from here.
2-2 to Jonathan Scope. In the dirt, and now a full count. Yeah, I wonder how much the mindset, if it all changes for the Tigers. I doubt it does, but knowing that 8-3 in their last 11, all against first-place teams, Tampa, Milwaukee, Chicago, and how successful they were, and now they take on a team that's behind them in the division.
Yeah, but a team that they know plays them extremely tough.
Right.
You know, let's face it, the Tigers have been playing with house money. They have nothing to lose and a lot to gain, and they've played well, and that's all good. And I know their manager's happy with that. There you go. There's the best record since the All-Star break. You can see how close behind Detroit, who leads.
Detroit, 34-27 since the All-Star break. Best team in the American League Central. Thank you very much.
If they split up the season,
Nicholas is playing. That's good.
Second half leader in the division, it would be the Tigers.
Yep.
So if they did what Double A did,
Full count.
Recall what happened to Erie a couple of years ago. They took a first half winner and a second half winner, and I know they don't do that, but if they did, the Tigers would be your division leader.
Man, it's literally like if we didn't have a bad month to start the season, we'd actually be in this bitch.
Yeah, they've got to take the steps, and this is one of the steps, knowing that the opponent.
Oh, well, it's nice knowing our baseball team's going to be good next year.
They've shown that.
Like, we're this close.
Like I said,
we're on the
it's
doorstep
kind
of being good again.
It's another step to know that.
So, like, I have a question for a lot of you, because a lot of you,
this push now means something.
and it's fine if you've changed your mind. I hope you have. Are we still, not me, I've never been on this train. Are you still pro firing Al Avila now that you see his plans completely worked?
Yeah, really good point.
And now they're going to spend a dick pile of money in the offseason. That'll be ball. Oh, it hit him. Beat his ass, Scope. No, just kidding. Oh, God, Scope's charging. Oh, my God. No. Yeah, we could be. As long as Torque and Green make the team and everybody keeps going the right way, yeah, we could be. 100%. Got to make a couple signings. Yeah. If we can get Correa, yeah, I'd 100% say we might win the division. If we make the right signings, this is our division coming up.
That didn't sound like a pad.
Uh-oh. Is it lagging? I don't know why it would be lagging. I apologize. I don't know why that was lagging. Sorry about that.
Said before the game that we've got something to play.
That lag, that's not me. I didn't drop frames. YouTube's just acting up.
500 would be another goal.
500 would be another goal as well. You're right.
But sorry about that. Usually doesn't happen. Yeah, we got to make some signings. Big news, big waves. Correa, whatever shortstop. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Because like I didn't drop any frames there, and I lagged for a minute. It's all right.
Straight to the point.
1-0. 1-1. Robbie Grossman swings and misses. There's a runner at first, one away here. Grossman's up now with a 1-1 count.
You know, I think Robbie.
Yeah.
For your knowledge, folks, Shep was asking about his personal accomplishments and all the
Deontay Johnson. Oh fuck.
And he just kind of smiled and said,
I might have to make some changes for my picks. I don't know though.
Yeah. And kind of, you know.
I feel like the Bengals are going to wind up winning that game. 1-2.
I said, do you recognize all the career high?
Kind of a generous call for the pitcher in the other team. That was a bit outside, or inside rather, but whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Because Steelers could lose that game this weekend.
It does matter, and he acknowleded that. He said, "Yeah, it's nice. You know, it's better than the."
But I don't know. I got this sneaky suspicion.
He looks back on that is probably his point.
They're still gonna win.
And look, that's something
If they
that I
lose
love
to
about it,
Cincy,
right?
it'll
I
be
mean,
later in
it's
the
an
season again,
everyday
like
type of
last year.
mindset.
I don't
Tell
see
me
it.
all what I've
Like if you
accomplished,
look up
where my eyes
the
and thoughts
Steelers
are
last,
about
I
to
don't know.
accomplish. I love that
A
about
lot
them.
of what the fuck is this?
I can say this, and I'm not afraid. I think it's a compliment, and Robbie deserves this. AJ sets the
Yeah,
tone
same here. Yeah, I
as
know.
the
It's
leader.
I feel weird about it, but I don't know. The
takes
Steelers
certain
never really
players
lose to the
lead by
Bengals, so
example. Of his
I don't
message,
know.
This guy is one of those players.
Joe
He
Burrow played like
epitomizes
the
it.
last
He
time they played
epitomizes
the Steelers and Bengals and
player
Burrow
that
was in there.
wants to follow through
But
with
Joe
his
Burrow
vision,
looked so
and
bad.
is
That was like it felt like
every
one of
day
the
we play
longest
9
games
games
I've
every day.
ever
We don't
seen.
quit until the last
It
hour.
felt like it lasted for like
Quarter.
7 hours. The Steelers just were beating the shit out of the Bengals. The second game was a little better, but anyway, here's the 2-2 to Grossman. Let's see what's the pitch. Woo! Got him back for that first one. That could have been called strike, but it'll be 3-2. Run it full. One away here in the bottom of the first.
98 bottom of the zone. Pitcher's pitch.
Good job by the Tigers' early hitters here to up the pitch count a little bit, make them throw, make them work.
Taking a lot of those for balls this year. All
Up the
around.
stress of the inning a little bit.
So you got a veteran player, a young pitcher.
Here's the peach.
And he walked
It'll
him.
be ball 4. Now it'll be 2 on, 1 away.
Stage for Miguel Cabrera.
Uh-oh. The man of the evening, Miguel Cabrera. That's why we look like there's so many people here. Absolutely unglued the place becomes.
Very little
They want to
doubt
break 280.
how much the
2980. Let's see if we can see it.
He got a great ovation, which he deserved. And I'm glad the fans were out here tonight.
All right, Miggy.
to show him their love.
15 homers, 71 RBIs. Pretty nice numbers for Mr. Cabrera.
And how much he appreciated everyone talking about it.
Up
but
to 257 average. Nice to see that average get back up around 260 where we all thought it might end up.
Yeah, knowing Miggy, this is more important than all that stuff right now because this is his thank you, fans. He didn't have a speech. He
Coughlin
didn't,
flipping over
go out
Molina
there
clip.
and even
Oh, Coughlin.
acknowledge anybody with his
Oh,
voice.
okay,
but
okay.
This is his voice right now.
1-0.
Here's the 1-0.
Ah,
Away.
just missed it.
Well
1-1.
spoken speeches by both Al Avila, who will join us in the third inning, Jim Leland, who did a really nice job. His was quick and to the point. We spent a long time with Jim Leland before the game.
1-1, 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Tigers looking to cause a little damage here early on. Cabrera's at the plate. It's Miguel Cabrera appreciation night. That'd be pretty crazy if he was able to do a little damage here. Hey, they'll get Miguel, but that'll move both these runners up. Hey, there we go. It serves as a bunt, I guess, a Miggy bunt. There you go. We'll take it. We'll take the runners into second and third. Base hit could break this wide open. Here comes Candelario.
Right, the ball's hit so hard, kind of pops out of his glove, but Whit Merrifield's over there, pick it up, and you got to credit.
It went off a glove, so that's why I wasn't able to sneak out of the infield.
Hernandez for covering first base. That's what he's supposed to do, knowing the speed of Miguel.
RBI chance for Jamer Candelario. Candelario 2 for 4 Tuesday against the White Sox.
All right, here we go. Ball 1.
Takes one low and inside, and he's had a few days off this week. If you think about it.
Yeah,
Tuesday,
Candy batting
Thursday,
275,
Thursday.
16
He
home
played the series
runs,
opener
65
Monday.
RBI.
He's going to play on out now.
He's been in a little bit of a power surge the last couple weeks, I've noticed. A lot of extra base hits, a lot of doubles, home runs.
Right, Shep?
1-0 inside.
Ball 2.
You got 3 this series. I'm forgetting the series there.
No, you
10
got
games.
You got Chicago on
Yep.
Monday, right, and then you got Minnesota and Chicago on the road. So
Man, if he hits that into left field, that's fucking right to where shortstop should be. Oh, man.
you saw
Smoke it the
numbers
other way
for
down the
Candelario
line.
against Hernandez.
Hey, Judy, how's it
Tigers
going?
have forced Hernandez
Oh, you're going to the game?
5
Oh, congrats,
big
Judy.
innings.
Hell yeah. I'm a little bit jealous. I hope you're enjoying it.
He's had to battle
It's
from
Miguel
behind.
Cabrera night, so that's pretty
Hit
cool.
Jonathan Scope, walked Grossman. Here's the 2-0 to Candelario.
Big ball 3 up high.
Stairs 3-0.
Uh-oh.
It's free spin right
Dun,
there for
dun,
Candy. Sit on your
dun.
pitch.
They don't want the next guy to come up. Hitting Harold's on deck.
Something you like.
Where are they setting up at? Oh, they're going to miss.
Walked him.
Bases loaded, 2 away.
Bases loaded.
And probably one of the best contact hitters in the Tigers lineup, Harold Castro.
Here's Harold Castro hitting Harold Castro.
But Harold, I think he's getting more comfortable behind in counts, so he's willing to kind of make that pitcher work.
All right. Hopefully he can come through. He's hitting 285, 3 homers, 33 RBI this season, 664 OPS. 4 for 10 with the bases loaded in his career. He's had a pretty good run with it.
In today's world,
So 400 with the bases loaded, which is pretty good.
You know, he's not an everyday player. AJ's kind of figured out.
Ball 1 inside. 5 straight balls thrown out by the
And
pitcher.
Harold fits right in because he may have as much respect as anybody in that dugout. They really appreciate his.
But again, just to reiterate, bottom of the first, Tigers have loaded the bases up. This has come with 2 outs, by the way. So if they get outs, they didn't really strand anybody. It was just 2 guys on, and then they got 2 outs, and then a guy walked to load it up. So this is the first batter with bases loaded.
Speak often, but when he does, he gains your.
Oh yeah, you got the cool comic books. That's pretty cool. I forgot. Yeah, the first several was it 10,000, 50,000 fans got a comic book. That's pretty cool. Promotions are the best time to go to a Tigers game. You get some free junk.
Takes a strike to make it 1-1.
Makes the price of the ticket more worth it.
30th pitch comes.
1-1.
This is
Especially if you go on a good one, like it's like a free like shit jersey one.
And they can put together a few of these. It'll be a short evening for Hernandez.
It'd be nice.
The 1-1 to right field.
Ah.
Is there. Tigers leave them loaded. We head to the second in a scoreless ball game.
Well, that's promising for later. Oh no, I started DJ Moore yesterday. Yeah, all right, commercial break here in the first. Commercial break here after the end of the first. We'll head to the top of the second, no score. It'll be Benintendi, Santana, and Mondesi. Benintendi, Santana, and Mondesi in the top of the second, no score between the Tigers and Roydales. Royals coming up to bat. Yeah, I got. This is a very similar story to last year for me, right? Like I took Robbie Anderson and started him on a bunch of teams, and he balled out for me, right? DJ Moore was the opposite, and then now this year I was like, all right, now it's DJ Moore's turn to shine. So I feel like I'm controlling the meta for the Panthers receiving game. Matt Rule's my uncle, so I'm just like, yo, I got this guy. And he's like, all right. I'm like, yeah, you should throw it more to DJ Moore. He's way better than that bum-ass Robbie Anderson with the weird hair. Traded him to the Patriots, and he's like, nah. And I'm like, ah. You know, they should consider that, by the way. With the injury to Horn, they should go try maybe get one of like our 4-string corners because we got like 17 of them in New England, and offer up like Robbie Anderson. You know, we'll give a draft pick along with it. Fucking, you know. Oh, I mean, if it would have just dropped a little bit sooner, it would have been just as nice too. Would have scored 2 runs, maybe 3. Game's back on now. Benintendi, Santana, and Mondesi here in the top of the second, just so you're aware. It's Benintendi, Santana, and Mondesi. Yeah, Josh Gordon got reinstated. He'll be back and able to play after week 4.
The field, fantastic speeches, all
Goat Gordon.
To one of the best players of all time.
It's crazy they're giving him another opportunity.
Andrew Benintendi, the number 4 hitter. Then
I guess it was just it's all like half his suspensions are weed, so I think they're just like, we just don't give a shit anymore. Not even a problem to us.
Benintendi is batting .370.
Denzel Mims, yeah, well Mims is yeah, I know. It just sucks the Jets won't trade us.
I've always liked this kid. He can hit. He's got a beautiful swing.
Because I don't think they like
And,
Mims, and if they're not gonna use him, well, I mean, I'd offer up like a second or a third for that kid. Shit. I don't know though. Nelson Aguilar looks like he's gonna be really good in New England once it gets going. 2-2 count now after the foul ball by Benintendi. I don't know. I see that Aguilar and Mac Jones relationship starting to kind of. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone. I don't know if I'm overseeing something. I'm thinking Aguilar, Mac to Nelson's going to be really good as it gets going. Once Mac gets a little bit more comfortable.
Going back for some extra sticky stuff.
Because I mean, he's clearly has a he does quite like throwing to him. Matheny isn't a good fit. Yeah, I don't think he's a good fit for you guys either. It's weird. I agree.
He says, I'm most proud that I've made every start.
You missed him already with the Raiders? Yeah, I like Aguilar. I think he's going to work in New England. I think he's a good #1 receiver for us to have. Because he's not, like, he fits in with, like, the culture of New England. He doesn't give a shit. He just, like, doesn't give a shit. Like, he's not, like, a diva. He doesn't strike me as someone who cares about the attention of the game being on him. I don't think he likes it at all. He's just a #1 receiver. I quite like that. It reminds me of kind of Keenan Allen like, but not quite as good, but way faster.
Good split finger right there.
I don't know. I like Nelson as our one. He's what we need. It's just the offense has got to develop. Another foul ball. Jesus Christ. It's a full count though.
Come back up and in. Benintendi, he's trying to catch up.
Dude, Keenan Allen would be so. That's why I like Nelson Aguilar. There's like, sure his hands aren't as good.
Well, knowing that, what would you throw him if he's cheating a little bit?
Actually, you know who we should trade for is like a Marvin Jones.
You got to have a lot of confidence in your ability.
But there ain't no fucking way because that's Nelson. That seems to be Trevor Lawrence's safety blanket.
In the air, left
Shit.
side. Badu in.
All right, he's got it. One away. Good at bat though by Benintendi. He drugged that out 9 pitches.
Let's take a look at the strikeouts to Merrifield and
the sticky substance, right? Till next season.
Casey Mize back in the first inning.
Is Lattimore back this week?
Away at 96. Pretty good giddy up. Pretty much.
I thought he was like legitimately injured. I don't remember.
95. So he's attacking.
I haven't heard anything about the Saints. Like half their coaches were out last week.
And then all his secondary pitches.
Who's still all out for them? Hey, what's up, Daniel? I'll be right back.
When needed.
Now faces Carlos Santana. Santana 1 for 12 against Casey Mize in his career.
Yeah, and that's surprising because this guy's one of the best fastball hitters from both sides of the plate.
Mize quickly ahead 0-2. Mize last started a week ago tonight against Tampa. 3 innings, a run, 3 hits, and just 53 pitches. The 0-2. Just missed inside. A nod from Eric Haas. That's where he wanted it. 1-2. Fouled it back.
All right.
6 starts for Casey Mize against Kansas City. 2-1 on the year against the Royals.
Lattimore's back. Okay.
Now the 1-2. Swung on and missed. 3 punch-outs for Casey Mize, and he's done it.
Be a good pickup to get Jamie Collins. He's expensive though.
Their most hittable pitch, the fastball. But this one, it's the location right
and
there.
A slight warning with Collins. He hasn't seemed to have worked anywhere but New England. So I would say be careful.
In part because Santana's trying to hit the bottom.
Is he a good pickup? Yeah, I think he makes any defense better, but like he didn't work in Cleveland. He's not working in Detroit. The only time he's ever really worked is a Belichick system. So I'm wondering if there's something, to that. And I say Belichick system because the first, when Patricia was there, he worked in Detroit quite well.
Castro to retire.
Well, another 1-2-3. Tigers will go to the bottom of the second. That was a quick inning. Mize looks pretty good through the second. We'll go Haas, Goodrum, and Reyes. Haas, Goodrum, and Reyes here into the bottom of the second. Haas, Goodrum, Reyes. Tigers, Royals 0-0. Bottom of the second to go up. Commercial break. Yeah, I'm not too worried about the Saints, though. I think their offense is flawed. I think everyone keeps talking about like the Saints defensive players and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but their offense couldn't score against the Panthers. What happened? I mean, even the Jets could score against the fucking Panthers. I mean, I'm really just baffled by that one. That's all. Has the most pressure so far this season. I wanted the Raiders. There is no shot that anybody but Baltimore or New England was going to get Matthew Judon. We overpaid Judon, essentially. Bill really wanted Matthew Judon. Collins is what he is, and when people try to change him like Chandler Jones, yeah, you just got to let him, you just got to just send him in and kill the quarterback. You stop with the pass coverage shit, because Jamie Collins can't do pass coverage. Or if it's like putting Chandler Jones out on like a slot receiver, like it's just like, what are you doing? Do you think he's gonna work that way? Just let him blitz and play rush defense. What happens if it's a running quarterback? Make him a fucking spy. Let him have some fun this afternoon. But yeah, Judon was a high Patriots target in the year that he was drafted. But then the fucking Orioles took him the pick before us or some shit like that. In the same round, we were going to take him. The fucking Orioles struck and stole him. But he was always... Oh, there we go. Game back on. He's always been a high octane Patriots target, just like Hunter Henry. If you were in the know, you were in the know. Spagnuolo, yeah, he stinks. His specialty was supposed to be beating Tom Brady, and he wasn't able to do that last year. Got to fire him.
Well, all those guys having pretty impressive offensive years, but one guy stands.
So what happened, Steve? I thought your whole career was like you beat Tom Brady.
He controls the running game. He controls
that one time.
For as big a man as Sal Perez is, he gets down and gives a target, a low target. He gives the umpire room to see the pitches. He's a good.
Look at his whole career.
I mean, I know I'm saying a lot, but I think a lot of it is Sal Perez, that's for sure.
Bottom third of the order for the Tigers. It's Haas,
and it'll be 1-1 now.
And Reyes here in the second.
Well, Eric Haas, he is starting to see the grind of Major League Baseball because he's been
22 homers, 56 RBIs for Mr. Haas.
He's really fared well. Obviously, those home runs and what he does with the bat in his hand.
Ball two.
Are impressive in their own right. And I think every day he catches, he understands.
No, I mean, first one, I don't think so.
Eric's doing a great job defensively, too.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
He's ahead in the count.
Lucky-ass fucking wild catches.
Dozier's been busy.
Yeah, one away.
Already his third put out of the night, and there's one away in the Tigers' second.
Yeah, Saints offense ain't shit.
Hey, fans, the Tigers host the Royals tomorrow at 6, and it's Fan Appreciation Weekend. The first 10,000 fans.
Our secondary is going to prove to be a nightmare for Jameis Winston. I think. I really do think that.
Tigers.com/tickets today.
If he was getting fooled around by the Panthers secondary, well, that's a long game for him come this Sunday, I think. That's my main thing is like, man, the Patriots already got 5 picks this year.
It's at 1 o'clock. Here's Nico Goodrum. First at bat.
Them 5 picks is something very specific, is something to think about.
2 for 4.
It's a lot of interceptions for one team in 2 games.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that Monday's the last home game of the season.
Yeah, it really is.
It's, I don't know, it just goes by. And it goes by quicker, I think, when your team is competitive.
Here's Goodrum, 1 away.
Reed fouls it back. I watched 3 games yesterday. And
Scope. What about Scope?
My wife, I said, man, I can't
Connor.
wait till tomorrow night. And because I was watching them,
you only had to do one.
Directing people all over the house. My family looked at me and said, "We can't wait for you to go do the game either. Get out of our hair, will you?"
It was 7, 8, and 9 this inning, by the way.
0-2 to Goodrum. Swung on.
Struck him out.
First strikeout of the night for Carlos Hernandez.
I got you, Connor. I got you.
Here's Victor Reyes. Boy, he's coming off a nice night, isn't he?
Yeah, 4 hits in his last game. Victor is getting some playing time center field. And it's impressive to see how he has been trying to show A.J. Hint that he's part of the future here, too. Here's a guy that has gone through a lot this year.
We're going to open it up and abuse
Castro,
the Saints with tees. That's what I'm thinking.
A team player and wants to be
take advantage of a very blitz-happy team and just fucking do a bunch of dump-off and screens to our multitude of running backs and tight ends now.
It's great that the Tigers have.
They blitz a lot. Just take advantage of it. Some action. If they don't, just stay patient.
I mean, you think about it. You got Grossman. You got Hill when he's healthy. Badu, of course, has made a big
1-1 count here now for Reyes. He's the number 9 hitter for the Tigers. We're in the bottom of the second, no score.
One of the best prospects in all of baseball. Those are good problems to have, and it means good competition, doesn't it?
That's just it. It's going to be competitive.
Strike 2
to Victor Reyes.
Probably should have swung at that one. I could agree with that being called a strike. I was like, well, that's a bad no swing.
In the dirt to make it 2-2. Reyes just 1 for 15 against Kansas City this year. If there's one team that is really struggling against, it's the Royals.
Well, we know Hernandez gets hitters to chase his fastball, and that's his go-to pitch. He doesn't have that effective breaking ball. There's a fastball that, what do we call that, Shep?
3-2.
So it's 3-2 here, and I think one thing Victor
got another full count here for the Tigers. They've been in quite a number of these already this game.
There's times in the past where Victor got swing happy in this count.
Okay.
And if you didn't throw a strike, it was a chase. I think he's gotten a lot better at recognizing pitch recognition in these counts. Hopefully he'll
here's the full
make him throw a strike here.
All right, now here's the full count offering.
Here's the payoff. To right field and a base hit.
Well, that was a good piece of hitting. It was a breaking ball that he definitely recognized. He waited, and then as that ball's coming down, he starts his swing. Perfectly timed swing. You see how that foot gets down right at the right time. Pulls it into right field.
Boy, he just keeps on keeping on, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's hot right now.
Sure is.
All right, Reyes gets on with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Now up is Badu.
That's the first hit for either team. And with 2 outs, here's Akil Badu.
Guardians are going to have a whole
hit it hard to right center field.
New outfield next year, except
got
Miles Straw.
And tracked it down.
Sheesh.
On the outside corner to make it 0-1.
Well, that's no good, Max. At least it's a new name, new team, who dis type deal.
Tigers general manager Al Avila will join us in the bottom of the third. So hope you can stick around for that good story about how he went about to get Miguel Cabrera from Florida to Detroit. So we'll get him to share that with you. And look at the offseason a little bit. Here's the 0-1, way outside.
1-1.
So many things to talk about after our discussion.
Hey, what's up, Detroit fan? How's it going, man? Yeah, hopefully we can make some aggressive. Yeah, it's going to be a fun MLB offseason, that's for sure, Max.
The group that was down there in the dugout when they were talking could have spent another
Here's the
hour
1-1.
if they wanted to answer questions.
Yeah, well, we had plenty of questions, that's for certain.
1-2 now for Badu.
Now 1-2.
2 away here in the bottom of the second, no score.
One of the things that I found interesting is Chris Illich said this ballpark has held up well. We're trying to go about it, updating year to year. Now we're going to make some improvements. He's got a group of folks that are studying about 10 things or so.
Yep.
They've narrowed it down to about 4 or 5 to make sure the ballpark's fresh and current.
Yeah. Fouls it away, 1-2.
Ready to announce anything yet, but I found that very interesting for fans. A good number of fans here tonight.
Final weekend of baseball in downtown Detroit.
That is a beautiful shot, isn't it?
It is.
Gosh.
There's something about a ballpark that looks so much better with fans.
Yeah. And the beautiful sight lines that you have here to see the downtown district.
Yeah.
I think there's. They did it right.
Just hoping we can get that 500 go before the end of the before the season ends. Oh, the 500 more subs. Yeah, it'd be nice, Detroit fan. What are we at right now? 2000.
There goes Reyes.
503, 505.
Up behind second. Lopez
Drop it.
Has got a beat on it. And the Tigers are out in the.
Well, we'll go to the top of the third.
Has been dazzling so far. 3 strikeouts. No.
Damn, they only let him throw 34. I feel ripped off. I just turned the game off. This will probably be Mize' last inning coming up here in the top of the third. Unless this is his last start of the season, they just kind of let him go. I mean, this could very well be it for Mize, right? Like, as funny as that sounds, I don't know if they're gonna pitch his ass again. Let's take a peek. There isn't a lot of ball left. Let's see. There could be the Twins or the White Sox. I guess there is about 8 games left. So he's got one more start. They could put him in there, or they could just shut him down. It doesn't really matter. I thought they would give him 60 to 70 pitches, but to be fair, he retired all 9. Yeah, you might as well let that. I mean, if Mize would agree to it, they'd probably let him pitch, have him like go 5 or 6 tonight, and then shut him down. I mean, at this point, like, what else is left? I mean, maybe let him pitch for a rookie. They don't differentiate the pitching rookie of the year from the hitting rookie of the year, do they? If they do, well, then you probably should let Mize stay in it and keep pitching. Get the little 3 innings, I guess. But I don't know. You know who's a rookie this year that I keep forgetting about? We keep talking about rookie of the year. Isn't Randy Arozarena like a rookie, technically? I keep forgetting that he counts as a rookie this season.
There's his pitch arsenal tonight, and what he's
there goes Casey Mize back to the mound.
3 strikeouts so far, so he's been spot on, and that's the number of pitches that he's thrown.
Is the slider
Strike 1.
His best pitch?
You know, the answer is yes, but it's because he has an arsenal of other pitches.
Okay.
No one pitch is good without the other.
Ryan
you say it all works in
second
unison.
Pitch, right back up the middle. First hit of the night for Kansas City. It's a leadoff single here in the third.
Need a double play. Yeah, Connor, exactly, yeah.
Well, Ryan O'Hearn gets a fastball, and he knows that.
Well, leadoff single in the top of the third here.
That's his bread and butter. This one up and out over the plate a little bit too much. But one of the first guys in the lineup that's able to keep his hands above the baseball. Gets it right back up the middle. That's what he's taught.
Well, that's no good.
So now
who's
out
up?
of the stretch for the first time tonight.
He'll do so facing Hunter Dozier.
Phil Duso? Oh, he'll do so facing Hunter Dozier. All right, yeah, the double play on this combo is pretty unlikely, especially with Dozier in the box. He's pretty quick, it looks like.
Average 69 points since the middle of June. He was in a bad way. Starting to come out of it a little bit. Homers in back-to-back games. Takes a strike from Mize.
1-1.
See, that's the pitch that Casey has been hurt with a little bit, because the aggressive hitting teams are going to jump on that.
What do we
call
got?
them ambush pitches, because their fastball's down the middle. And you're going to get away with a few. Hitters are actually going to swing and make some outs with them. But you can't live there. Casey knows that. He's trying to work up and down the zone as much as east and west on both sides.
Oh, wow. Thank you guys for the likes so far. We're up at about 9. So if you want to leave a like, I'd appreciate it. We're trying to get to 20.
Like every pitch is working ahead. Now he's
a few of you that haven't yet, I'd appreciate it. But you don't need to. So, oop.
Taps it foul.
Kept that one on the corner, even though it didn't have a lot of break and depth to it.
Stays at 1-2.
Change of speeds at 84.
Well, Jack, the one thing Casey Mize has said is I've got to be better with 2 strikes on
State,
hitters.
tomorrow,
In other
since
words,
that's my
he's gotta
only
put
good
'em
football
away.
team this year.
How does he do that?
Who's State playing tomorrow?
You just got to have conviction, I think. You know, the focus is going to get better for Casey. He's going to realize that every pitch matters.
I hate
You
the
know, I know
Royals
that
new owner. I
it's easy
think
to say
he's a
that.
bit
He
out
can
of
tell
touch
you-
with saying the Royals
Yeah,
should.
I get that. But it's
Yeah, I
another thing
hate
to actually
I hate when
execute.
ownership changes.
And
We had to go through an
what he's
ownership
really
change when
acknowledging is I have to
we got
execute
Chris
it,
Ilitch
right?
out of it.
He will be
when it
better.
got passed
This
down
kid
to Chris Ilitch,
is
I
that-
guess.
He's built with that kind of DNA. He's got all 3 pitches. He just can't make those mistakes out over the middle, because I think if there's one thing
Mr. Ilitch
that
would have just
Casey
spent
would
money
admit
left and right on the
all
team.
this
His son
year
wanted to
is
build a
too
young
many
core,
pitches
and now that we got it,
that
he's
have
going to spend
hurt.
money on it.
It's
So
not his
a little bit
pitches that
different
hurt.
philosophies.
It's
One's a
the
little
ones
bit
that
stronger in
he's
terms
left
of
out
the
over
son
the
over the father. I would have to
So
actually
you work
argue,
the third
but
of the plate, you work the
fans
other
certainly
third.
like the other way, right? Big, got flashy contracts for big, flashy players.
Another 1-2 to Dozier.
Well, that might be
Badu
gone.
left field. Badu
For the first out of the
before
inning,
track gets behind it.
pranked you.
And a good throw into second to keep O'Hearn at first.
Hopefully,
One away.
Michigan State can win tomorrow.
Good communication there. I heard somebody yell.
All right,
"Tag." I think
who's
it
up
was
now?
Haas. You know, the quarterback. That's a pretty impressive stat.
I
Of
can't
course,
read the name. It's far too
a
small. What's
lot of
that
stats
say?
are a little bit deceiving.
Oh, Isbell.
young
Isbell.
guys that aren't getting the innings, but
One away here, runner at first.
know that
Runner at first
over
with
the
one
course of
away.
the
Now
year,
up
all
is the
he
number
was up.
9 hitter,
the fact
Isbell.
that he's taking the ball in every one of his starts, even though he's limited in pitch count here. As
Oh,
of
Rutgers
last
is going to
year,
upset him easy.
It's still impressive.
Team's batting just 252 against him. Now he faces.
Oh, really? Like, oh yeah. Well, I know they got sold. That's why I said it doesn't really compare, because one was kind of a pass
good
down.
numbers at AAA Omaha. Decent numbers.
And then
with the
immediately
Royals.
started,
21
though
games
unpopular,
this
started
time
doing
that he faces
technically the right
Tigers
thing for the
in his
team.
career.
You know what's funny, Shep, is don't know a lot about
2-0.
Haven't seen him play in the minor leagues at all, but I know this about the Royals. They usually have a center fielder whose biggest plus is his defense.
All right.
Guys that can roam the outfield out there. And here he is playing center here late in the season.
That's a fair ball down the left field line. Squeezed it inside
Oh,
the bag,
can't
and it
touch
takes
it.
a weird bounce. Badu plays it well, gets it quickly into third base.
Oh, that's a
Out
double.
before
Uh-oh.
Isbell trots in with a one-out double. Runners at second and third, and only one out here in the
It's a whole
third.
different family for the Roydales.
He
Yeah,
kicks
oh,
this
yeah,
one
with that.
fair, shoots it right down the line past Jamer
Oh.
at third base. See, it's a sinking fastball, kind of tailing fastball. Good piece of hitting there because
Well, that's
see what
embarrassing.
his intent was and how he kept his hands and head down on the baseball. It stays fair. I thought the fan actually interfered with that, but third base umpire Mark Ripperberger said that they did not. Ball's in play.
Infield is in for Detroit with Whitten Merrifield up. Merrifield down the right field line. Good catch by
Caught.
Grossman. Got a really
Oh, he
good
caught it,
jump,
okay.
but it was deep enough to get O'Hearn sliding in safely, and a
Eh.
sacrifice fly for Whitten Merrifield to get the Royals.
At least
on
we
the
got
board
one.
first.
I thought that dropped I'm
Shep, is this
fucking.
Royals baseball? You know, it's the little things. Whit Merrifield putting the ball in play here. It was a tough play for Robbie Grossman.
Runner will get to
Really
third as well on
attempt to throw it home.
on that whole play.
We're
So,
just happy he got
runner at
catch
third
that
now for the
ball.
Royals. They take a 1-0
But it's
lead here in the
Merrifield
top of the
and his
third.
ability to put
The
ball
Royals
in
are off
play
to their
after
early
striking out
cheating
the first time,
ways.
which is kind of a rarity.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's one of those balls hit
Just
by Merrifield
kidding.
that has extra bases.
Lopez is up now.
Now here's Nicky Lopez, who flew out to deep left field his first time up. Right at Jamer Candelario.
Oh man, that would have been a double.
And Candelario was in close to the grass.
What that was a shift play. That was the time you can actually thank the
With just a
shift.
little damage.
Not even really the shift. They were just playing
General
infield in.
Manager Al Avila joins us. Some good storytelling about Miguel Cabrera.
Hey, good job by the Tigers to get out of that by only allowing a run there. That got kind of rocky. But the Roydales do take a 1-0 lead. Royals lead 1-0 after the top of the third. We head to the bottom half of the inning to see if the Tigers can match them. It'll be top of the lineup for Detroit. Well, it'll be a continuation of 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4 for the Tigers. It'll be Scope, Grossman, and Cabrera. Commercial break. The game audio will pick back up whenever the game resumes. Yeah, good start to the game so far. Hopefully the Tigers can start scoring a few points here. That would be nice. But unfortunately, that doesn't appear to be the case. Ugh. Oh, that's Jenny Finch on the back. Remember, I don't remember how long ago. She was fucking so hot back in the day. She still is really pretty, but like, you know, she's got all that muscle now and it kind of probably taking lady steroids and shit like that. So I'm not really into the whole thing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like overly fit women. That kind of grosses me out when they can flex and they're like shredded. It's like, oh, I'm totally good. That's gross. Would you get beat up one day or some shit? Jesus, why do you need to look like that?
Detroit, Kansas City.
All right,
nothing in the
Tigers back
third.
up to
the
bat.
Night started out with a fantastic ceremony to honor Miguel Cabrera and his 500th career home run, now 502. General Manager Al Avila was right there in the middle of it. Some great storytelling, especially what I didn't know this story.
Is it wrong to assume that people who get really into fighting and bodybuilding as adults were probably like bullied really bad and got beat up when they were kids? And their coping mechanism was to get like big and strong and all like bodybuilder like. I think that's like 90% of those people. If they had a bad experiences like an 11-year-old pipsqueak, and it really fucked them up.
Obviously, he was following Miguel's Cabrera.
Don't know why I think that.
Career start.
1-0.
And he did. He came to us and he did say that young star player that's with Miami. You guys think you can get him in a trade? Would they trade him? And the conversation started like that.
1-1 foul ball.
At that point, we thought it was amusing because he was an up-and-coming star player and he was young. Yeah. And our thoughts were, well, why would they trade him? But lo and behold, he must have had, like I just said, he must have had some intuition or some hunch because the Marlins, indeed, that winter were thinking about trading him to cash in on a lot of prospects, and that's exactly what they did.
How much did your relationship with Miguel Cabrera, him growing up as a 16-year-old, factor into that?
All right.
Oh, a lot. Like I said, we had a hunch that
1-2 count.
He wanted to play here. A lot of the people that were involved in signing him, like Miguel Garcia, who is here tonight, had joined the Detroit Tigers organization from Miami, followed me here, and we also had some other player development people here. So, he had some familiarity. So we had a hunch that he would want to be here and stay here. And Mr. Ilitch made it happen because obviously you were not going to. I mean, in that trade, you have to remember we traded Andrew Miller and Cameron Maybin, which were our 2 first-round picks. Yeah. And then a bunch of other prospects. So if you're going to do that big of a deal, then you're going to want to keep them around for a multi-year deal. And Mr. Ilitch made it happen.
Man, I'm already tired today.
And then obviously
ready to go to sleep soon.
Extended that to keep them around to see the 500 home runs.
Al, when did you know? When did you know that he would be the player that he is?
Was it going to be an early night for your boy here?
After he came to Detroit?
Well, and again, going back to that story,
there you go.
I told those guys,
all right, full count.
Go find the best
Good at bat here by Scope to lead it off.
In the market right now, and to their minds, that they found the right guy. And when I went to see him at that point, I felt this guy is going to be an all-star, and he was just barely 16 years old. Really, the first time we saw him.
Come on, ball 4.
And Miguel had the swing you see today is the swing that he had as a young 16-year-old.
That gets down. All right.
Tigers have the leadoff man aboard.
Gisbel wasn't able to make the play, and that falls in, and we'll have a leadoff single.
We actually took him to Miami, to the Major League Stadium,
Jay might be
No
silent
different
on
like how we
Gisbel's
brought Freddie
name,
Green
though.
here to Comerica Park when we drafted him at 18 years old, and we let him do batting practice because we knew what he could do, right? Even Chris Illich says, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And we said, "Yeah, we know what he can do." And the same thing, you know, and we did the same thing with Miguel back then, and let him hit in the major league ballpark. And sure enough, at 16 years old, he was a man, you know.
How much do you think some of the younger players on this year's team has reinvigorated him this season?
Well, that's really been a great story because
Here's Grossman.
I mean, the winning culture
1-0
that
count.
AJ and his staff has created, the way the young players are reacting and coming through in a big way has reinvigorated Miguel because we're winning. And, you know, obviously, you know, everybody wants to win and he wants to win. So, yeah, it's been great for him. At the same time, you know, Miguel's chase for the 500 and now the 3,000 hits, and the excitement around the ballpark and the fans' excitement, and that's also invigorated the team. So it's been an inspiration to them from Miguel, and Miguel has been inspired from the team. So it's really been a beautiful thing to watch come together.
Sure is.
You kind of hit on a subject that I think a lot of people don't understand, but I know you do. How much do you value team chemistry?
Well, we value team chemistry a lot, and the thing is, you know, Jim Leland, who's here, was here part of the ceremony and sitting with me over there. He always said, team chemistry is great because when the team wins, you have great team chemistry. But we know it's much more than that.
But
and
you don't usually with a bad team.
Yeah,
you know, that's some of the issues.
Exactly. And so
Detroit fan,
you know, I've always
Michigan
been of the
will,
mindset that, you know, you show your true colors when
Michigan will win. Yeah, they should win over
adversity
Rutgers.
comes, when you hit
One on,
adversity,
3-1
when
count.
things are not going well, that's when you show your true colors. That's when you show who you are. And in that dugout, okay, when things get tough,
I'm starting to get
things
sleepy,
got
man.
tough for us at the very beginning of the year. All right, we had a rough start. This team stayed together, and ever since, you know, we've been playing tremendous baseball. So you could tell the makeup of this team and the chemistry of this team with the solid.
Left center field, Benintendi will take over.
One away.
One out here for the Tigers in the third, and on cue, here comes Miguel Cabrera.
Well, here we go. Here's Miggy. At bat number 2.
How much pride do you feel when you see these pictures on our Valley Sports cameras? Miggy and the 500 and the crowd getting behind him.
Well, this is a outstanding
It's
crowd.
time
This
for
crowd
the
is here for
taxi
Miguel Cabrera.
cab. Huh?
Honestly, I mean, this is one of the biggest
What's
crowds
that
of the
mean?
year. Everybody has a Miggy sign up. People are wearing Miguel Cabrera shirts. It's just it makes everybody obviously so proud and happy. You know, just being a Detroiter, being a Detroit fan, and being able to come to this stadium and cheer a guy like him and the team, because really, you know, if you talk to Miguel, he doesn't really like all that attention.
Right.
He wants the attention for the team. He wants the team to win. He wants to get back to the playoffs. He's hoping that, obviously, you know, he's got a couple of years left on the contract. He wants to win so bad, and so this crowd, this is what he's all about. And he talks about it. He told the young players, he said, if you keep on winning, you're going to see this more and more and bigger and bigger. And he wants those young guys to taste what he tasted in the playoffs and the electricity in the stadium. And the electricity, quite frankly, if you guys remember when we brought
I got you now. I was like,
from
huh?
Miami when we traded for him, that following year, if I'm not
1-0.
we had over 3 million fans
1-1.
here.
Runner at first. One away
and
here
every year
in the
after
bottom
that,
of the third.
it
Royals
was
took a 1-0 lead in the top half of the inning. Tigers trying to get a run back to be, to kind of stay in it, to give no one the edge.
Miguel was in his heyday, obviously.
I give you credit for not getting emotional during your speech, during the ceremony. No, I really thought you were going to
It's
get emotional
crazy
because I
how
know the
at the
relationship
beginning of the
with
season, people were
I know
banging
what this
drums
means
for
to him, but
the
also
firing
to
of
you
Al. Now no
for
one
him
really
to
gives a
accomplish
shit.
this as a Tiger.
Well,
But they won't give him
you know,
his due credit. But
obviously-
that's quite all right.
Shot to short.
I don't think they'll get
They
two.
will
Oh, they will.
to
Oh, it's
keep now
Miggy.
a
Yeah,
little more
easy.
storytelling about Cabrera.
I forgot Miggy was the one who
Tigers
hit that.
move forward.
So
Stay with us. Tigers trail
easy
1-0
double play. We'll go to the
Victory.
top of the fourth coming up. It'll be Perez, Benintendi, and Santana. Perez, Benintendi, and Santana. I don't know if Mize is still going to be pitching. I have no idea. But it's 1-0 Royals lead after 3. And here we go to the top of the 4th. They'll take the bat. But yeah, Jose Urania's in now, so Jose Urania's in to pitch for the Tigers. Casey Mize is done after 3. So I'll be about to. Nah, sadly, Perez is overrated. YB is much better. NBA Youngboy is much better than Perez, sadly, who's mid and kind of fell off. Perez. Sorry to tell you. Plus ratio, plus L. Who thinks I won that exchange? Me or Chase? I'm pretty sure I won, but again, I'm a little biased. But it'll be Perez, Benintendi, and Santana. Thank you, Connor. I appreciate the answer. I thought I did as well.
Tigers trail at 1-0 in the 4th. We're with General Manager Al Avila. You were saying just before the end of that inning.
1-0 Royals lead, though. Top 4 coming up here now.
Accomplished what he did and how you were able to hold it together.
Perez leads it off against Urania.
Because I was a little nervous actually to come up here and talk, go down there and talk, and then I made eye contact with Miguel's wife, Rosangel, and she kept on nodding her head. Yes, that's right. And obviously over the years, we've got to know her and Miguel's mom, and there's a relationship there. Over all the years, there is a bond, and I am very proud of him and how he's matured as a man from a young man or a young teenager really to now. He's matured quite a bit. His family has matured, and
Salvi's mid, bro. He fell off.
Together, so very proud of him and very happy for him.
Plus, he plays on the Royals. Plus,
Mr. Illich could see this and having hit the 500. I know he would be also very proud
my
and
shit
happy
keeps
that
looking like it's lagging? Dude, what the fuck
his
tonight?
belief in Miguel came through. So our only thing right
I don't
now
know
is
why
to
it's
get
lagging
the
again.
playoffs.
That's not on me.
Al,
Or am I dropping frames? What's going on tonight? Nope. I don't know.
To tie a guy up.
I really have no answer to why if it's lagging at all. I have to. I'm literally sitting at the same kilobytes per second the whole stream. So I apologize. 0-1 count. Ball 1 for Perez.
My question to you, and I don't want you to be specific.
I don't know.
Do you envision that happening again here in Detroit?
Who knows? Who knows? YouTube's garbage.
Position player or a pitcher, is that still going to happen in today's game, or are we seeing something that could be even rarer than what we realize?
I think
1 and 2, good pitch there by Urania.
Because to tell you the truth, the game has changed, and in a lot of different ways. It's harder now.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder, and so. It's a hard question to answer because it really depends on the player, the situation, the player's desire, and the
flies out one away.
The team is in. The organization.
Told you.
So it's a hard
Chase.
Is it impossible? No,
ain't no way that overrated dude was hitting no home run. But one away.
It's probably a bit more difficult, but not impossible.
It was quite a compliment that your owner gave you and AJ.
A lot to deep right.
How he's enjoyed watching this team play, the brand of baseball in which it plays. And he talked about the plan that you and he had in the offseason and how you've executed it. What was the important part of executing your long-term plan, and where's the next plan move in this
that's
offseason?
Foul.
Well, the
smoked that one,
I
Jesus.
kept on saying that from the very beginning, and then when AJ joined us, he followed suit, and we were joined together in this. Is that we had to get our pitching ready. Casey Mize, Tarek Skubal, and now Matt Manning, those 3 young players, young pitchers, we had to make sure that we did the right thing by them for this season.
1 and 1 count.
It's hard to win baseball games when you're going 3 innings.
For Benintendi.
But it was a plan.
2 and 1 count with 1 away in the 4th.
At the very beginning, we made some alterations along the way to get them through.
You know who's underrated, Connor?
We didn't want to
your mom.
shut them down early. We wanted them to get a taste of.
She's a great catcher. Got him.
To get them ready for October. Okay, so
Roasted
we feel we have a little
dude.
bit of an advantage over some teams that, quite frankly, are going to be going into the playoffs right now.
Two down here now in the top of the fourth. Two away in the fourth. Santana's up now.
Players, advance and get better, and so you see guys like Candelario really stepping up this year.
Yeah.
Akil Badu
I just roasted the fuck out of Connor, bro.
Much more than we could ever imagine. In the couple of free agents that we brought in, and Jonathan Scope and Robbie Grossman have done a great job. So, these are little things that we were hoping to come together while we get that pitching in order. And the bullpen has done a marvelous job. Unfortunately, we lost Spencer Turnbull along the way, and now Matt Boyd. But these are things that every team goes through, and quite frankly, the good ones overcome it, and you keep on planning for to make adjustments. So. Now coming into this offseason, we have our young pitching where we want it. We're going to try to add to it. And then
all right.
In some areas that
good inning. Let's head to the top of the third, or bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth. Sorry.
It's always a pleasure having you in the booth. Thanks.
Bottom of the fourth now coming up. It'll be who's up.
Done so far this season. 74 knockouts thus far. Stay with us.
Candelario, Castro, Haas. Yeah, Candy, Castro, Haas. Candy, Castro, Haas. CCH due up this inning. Hopefully it's something good. Why do I keep getting fucking tagged, dude? All right, so yeah, Candelario, Castro, Haas here in the bottom of the fourth of a pretty well-paced game so far, in all honesty. What's up, Charles? Yeah, State plays Michigan versus Rutgers and State versus Nebraska. Hopefully both win. It'd be better for football if those two teams are both like undefeated heading into the Michigan State game. That always adds for added layer to it when both the teams are playing out of their mind. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about? Through 4 innings? Well, for 4 and 3.5 of 4.5 innings, I guess. 3.5.
Scores 3 or more runs in this game. You can visit a participating Arby's location tomorrow and receive a free small order of curly fries.
However you want to consider it. I don't know. Anyway, Royals are up 1-0 here into the bottom of the fourth. Candelario, Castro, and Haas.
And Eric Haas. Our thanks to Al Avila for joining us here in the booth, talking about some really good stories about Miguel Cabrera, but also on where this team is headed in the offseason.
Nah, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Nice play by Whit Merrifield to just
no good.
Candelario for the first out here in the fourth. Down to our friend Trevor Thompson.
Yeah, at some point it's probably we're due for a candy homer. Well, that was a fast out to begin the fourth for the Tigers. Now up is Castro with 1 away.
Like Victor Martinez go through this and be celebrated near the end of their career. And what was that like, and what are your thoughts as it's now happening for you? And he said, it's kind of sad because it means the end is near. And this is the end of the game we love and have played for so long. And nobody wants to see the end coming. Like, that was a pretty interesting take that he thought that. And obviously, he's obviously closer to the end than the beginning. But thankfully, we get a couple more seasons of watching this magnificent player wear the Old English team.
Trev, you talked to him for a while.
Here's the 0-1 for Castro.
Attention, is it?
No, he's
See what
not
he
at
does
all.
when he gets
He's
to
not
pitch
really
here
comfortable.
soon.
He made a couple of great jokes, though.
He got out his first at bat, hitting it right to
to
somebody.
His family along for the ride through this entire summer.
Ah.
And that was interesting as well because
Slow chopper,
obviously
should be
baseball,
2 down.
with
Now
your
there
teammates
is
more
2
than
away
your
here in the
family,
bottom
you're
of the
way
4th.
along.
Kind of
But they
an
traveled
eventful
with them
start to
through
the
this,
inning for the
this summer.
Tigers.
They were there to watch the milestone, and it was really special for him to have them take part in it as well. And I thought that was an interesting take, and they were obviously here tonight, and you could see the joy they have and the love they have for Miguel and all the fans as well. But to have his family here and throughout the summer was definitely special to him.
Agreed. Thanks, Trev.
Thanks,
Good
Trev.
to see you, man. Glad you're here.
Here's
Full
Haas
day for
now.
the Tigers here
What up,
for the-
Daniel? How's it going?
Now here's Eric
Yeah,
Haas.
man. Congrats about your Cardinals, man. They've won 13 straight, aiming to go 14 straight if they can win that doubleheader game 2 tonight. Man, that's crazy to see how well you guys turned it around. But not really that crazy when like if people just stop and consider that the Cardinals are usually one of those teams post All-Star break that never lose. So just seems to be the nature of these Cardinal of your team. It seems like no matter how bad the season may start, you guys are one of the more dominant teams by the end.
1-0 to Eric Haas, fouled away to make it 1-1.
I want to get back to Trevor's point that Miggy said it's kind of sad because he recognizes that
Da-na-na-na.
it is getting close. And I can honestly say, and I'm sure Trevor knew, understands this. I've talked to a lot of ex-athletes.
1-1
That's the
count.
hardest part, saying goodbye.
2 away in the bottom of the
Admitting
4th.
to yourself that my days are done. That's the hardest thing to do because every single one of us has a comeback in our mind. Every one of us.
2-1.
And some of us never attempt that.
Is it hard saying goodbye to the game or saying goodbye to your teammates or both?
All of it.
All of it.
Mostly the game because it's something, in Miggy's case, all these years since he was that little kid. You know, we all lived that. And what else do we do?
Hey, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that, man. You're too kind. You're far too kind. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
Jump in the broadcast booth. That's what you
Well,
Too kind.
if we're lucky.
3-1 here for Eric Haas.
It's a reality check because most professions.
But thank you again, man. You're
don't
too
retire
kind.
At a young age, most professions are through your adult,
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. It's 3-1 to Eric Haas. It's well put, Jack. The emotion is felt. And Haas draws a 2-out walk.
We've all for it. 2-out walk.
3 walks.
Yeah,
Also
man.
hit that
I appreciate it.
Carlos Hernandez so far tonight.
2-out
Stream your
walk
team live
here
on
in
Valley
the
Sports
inning.
app. Get more Tigers team coverage, highlights, and full game replays. Tigers baseball on Valley Sports Detroit, and the Valley Sports app is presented by.
How are they even in the playoffs
Jim
anymore?
Leland will join us in the 5th.
Or like, are they like out of it now?
His speech was heartfelt.
Yep. Good rooms up. Good rooms up.
But it was on point, man. Earlier today in the ceremony,
You
you
know,
saw on Tigers Live.
I'm going to comment on it right now because I don't know if I have the courage to ask him right to his face, especially on air. But Jim Leland's had some great ball players, and he singled out Miggy as the best one he ever had. And he had Barry Bonds.
That's right.
You know, and in the years that Barry wasn't suspected of, the drug thing. So that's a high compliment is all I'm saying. And Jim Leland knows baseball.
Yeah, that 2012 season where he won the Triple Crown.
Yep. He said it was the greatest accomplishment he's ever seen.
Yeah. Good block by Perez.
Well, they're in the wild card still. Well, that's all right. That's kind of good still. They're still in it.
On the field on Miggy night, but I think we owe it to him.
Oh, they're losing 7-0 right now.
His first time out.
Oh, let me look.
The lone strikeout posted by Carlos Hernandez so far today.
Oh yeah, they're getting flossed on by the Yankees. Holy shit.
Taps it foul. It's now 1-2.
This is a tough business.
1-2 though.
Baseball. And I can totally understand what a grind it is for these kind of at-bats. 2-out rallies are really hard to produce runs.
Is there?
But you never give in. You have that attitude of never give in, never quit. It's possible. And
I gotta plug this bad
Shep
boy
mentioned
in.
a great point that Carlos
What are we at,
Hernandez
33? Yeah, should plug
settled
this shit
again,
in.
and then he walks.
Best time to
Eric Haas.
charge
It's
it is when
almost
I don't
like
need
he's
it.
opening the door a crack to see if you can push it open. It's up to Nico to keep that momentum going here. Maybe Victor can get his
Nice little
6-3
restart too.
hit.
Get the phone feeling refreshed. I don't know. I've often thought at least turning it off or refreshing the battery after you charge it is always good. Like refresh the phone.
Delivers to left field.
That's third out.
The Tigers are out in the fourth. Jim Leland's going to join us on the other side.
All right.
This guy's
Top of the fifth coming up. Top of the fifth coming up here in the game. Kind of a fast fourth inning for both teams. We'll head to the top of the fifth. It'll be Mondeci, O'Hearn, and Dozier. Mondeci, O'Hearn, and Dozier here in the top of the fifth of a 1-0 Royals lead. Commercial break. Kind of get up and stretch out. And go. Leland will be in talking soon, which will be cool. Dun 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 dun. Man, no one's talking tonight. Anyway. Bum 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 bum. Ba da da da. But anyway, I don't know. I don't really know what to talk about. Chat's just really, it's dead tonight in here. Fun stream so far. I'm enjoying myself, but, you know. Hey, we're up to 13 likes so far. I appreciate that. We try to get to 20 every stream, so we're seemingly on the way. I appreciate that very much. Can we get to 20, though? That would be ideal. There is one thing I want to do.
In summary, Miguel Cabrera under the great Jim Leland had those types of gaudy numbers. A 2012 Triple Crown. He was an MVP in 2012 and 2013. And the man who managed here for 8 years, won 700 games, 2 pennants, 3 division titles, joins us in the booth. How are you, Skip?
I'm doing great.
Boy, it's
How
great
are you guys?
to see you, man.
Good, thank you.
It really is. What a great job on your speech. It was succinct, but it was to the point. You wrote it yourself, too. I give you credit for that.
I did.
Well done.
I wrote it during a game the other night, but my buddy here on the right told me don't talk too long, so I cut it short. So.
That is totally not true, folks. But
Jim Leland told us before the game. He told us before the game. He says, "You know, you guys were boring me, so I decided to write the speech then and there." That's what he said to me earlier, Jack.
I got to ask you, Miguel Cabrera. Obviously, the numbers that we just put up there on that graphic that were attained while you managed him.
Sorry, I'm just taking care of a
Obviously,
couple things, guys.
You saw a maturation of a kid.
I did.
And it's got to be one of the most rewarding things you've gone through as a manager. Can you put it in words for us?
Yeah, you know, I mean, there was so much ability there, and believe me, I didn't have anything to do with it. You just hope that maybe you guide him in the right direction, and maybe at the end of all of it, you had maybe just a tiny piece of something that helped him along. But I think the biggest thing always, and I still talk about this today because I see it in the game, Miguel has always swung like a little guy and hit like a big guy. And in the game today, there's too many guys probably swinging like a big guy and hitting like a little guy. You know, he had that good elasticity and stuff like that. So I think that was the biggest thing. It's been an effortless swing. A little more effort now than it was back then, but just an effortless swing.
You've managed some great players, Hall of Fame players. What makes him unique in your mind?
Well, I think he had the best opposite field power of any right-hand hitter I've ever seen. And I'm not looking for an argument. I don't know way back for sure, but during my time in professional baseball, he had the best opposite field power I've ever seen. And the other thing he could do, him and Maggie Ordonez were two of the few guys that I ever saw could take a right-handed sinker baller, take a ball down and in and hit a base hit to right field. That's hard to do.
Yeah, we saw Harold Castro do that a couple times this year, and we're kind of in awe of it because he was taking it to left field. But, you know, the other thing I kind of would love to pick your brain on is
Anyway.
How did you go about handling that one player that you knew had star power, that he was going to be a difference maker in a ball game, relative to the other players? I mean, there's a fit that
All right,
you
there
as
we
a
go.
manager have to figure out.
It's a great question, and I'll answer it the same way I've done it all.
Or at least the White Sox are. At least the White Sox are winning. Well,
Well,
that's good. At least, yeah.
3-1,
3-1. Count with one away here in the top of the fifth.
I can to help you. I'll do anything in the world I can for you.
Ball
You're not
4.
gonna get any more special treatment than anybody else on the team, with the exception of every 2 weeks. Your paycheck's bigger because you've earned it, and I respect that. I have all the respect in the world for that. But I'm not going to do any more favors for that guy than I am the 25th guy on the team. And I think overall, I think those star players respect that, and it kind of brings your team together. So every 2 weeks,
All right,
get more respect.
gotta get together here now, Jose.
25th player.
Walks
But,
never are good, but there is
you're not
one
gonna
out,
get
so
any
double
special
play
treatment.
still saves the
I thought it was
inning.
interesting you said Miguel
Dozier's
Cabrera
up now,
2012
though.
Had the best
O'Haron
season
just
of any
walked.
player that you've ever managed, and you've managed some greats.
I'll be right back.
Besides the Triple Crown, it had to be more than just the numbers from him.
Well, I don't think people realize how long Miggy's played hurt. He's played with several aches and pains for a long time. And to see him go to the post like he did time after time, I think he played one stretch for me with a broken bone in his foot. So I think, no leg hits, had to earn everything, grinded out day in and day out. It was just, I've never seen anything like that. I mean, I don't know. I think he might have had 44 home runs. I'm not really sure. But it was just amazing.
All right, there we go.
I've
Yeah,
never
there we
really
go.
seen anything like that.
Feel like standing for a bit. That'll keep me in.
You get an opportunity.
fucking,
The reason we
10.
love talking to you are a number of different things. First of all, great storyteller, best joke teller I've ever run into. But also, you see all the young players throughout the system. Who's turned your head a little bit in the system?
Well, I guess I'm supposed to say Torkelson.
1-1.
But Kreidler's turned my head a little bit. I really like the shortstop at Toledo, the kid from UCLA. He went up this year. He's never really played pro ball. And he went up, hit quite a few home runs. I saw him at Erie, and I saw him in Toledo. So,
One.
I mean, Torque and Green.
Oh, they fucked it up.
Without question, two top prospects, going to be here a long time. But I was really pleasantly surprised with Kreidler. He's a tall, rangy guy that's a good-looking shortstop.
They do.
With power. When I saw him early on, he wasn't getting to the high fastball real good. They shortened him up. So
Fucking fucked it
he
up.
kinda, fell
Just an
behind
error on the shortstop or
propaganda
second
and all
base,
the
whatever
press and everything,
Castro's
but
playing today.
I really like this kid going forward.
Well, now the Royals will probably score again here. Maybe that's bad defense.
Who are out there once every fifth day.
2 on, 1
and
out.
the guys that you live and die with because they're playing every day.
Well,
Two different cats.
Yeah, another great question. But I will tell you this: in the old days, some guys would say, "Oh, this manager, yeah, he's a pretty good manager, but he doesn't like pitchers." And I will tell you this, in my opinion, any manager that doesn't like pitchers is a fool, because that's your bread and butter, and you're not going to do anything without them. I love starting pitchers in particular, because I think your best bullpen is a 7-inning starter. That's my opinion. So. You balance it out, and the pitching coach also is kind of a buffer in between, because sometimes you pull a guy like yourself out of a game, he's upset. Pitching coach is kind of a buffer there. But if you don't like pitchers, in my opinion, you can't manage.
I'm surprised you used Jack as an example there. When you move forward with this team and you see what they've done, what impresses you most about what A.J. Hinch and his staff have been able to implement, mindset-wise and skill-set-wise?
I think he's been able to emphasize every day, day by day, one game. Don't worry about the series. Don't worry about next month. Let's worry about today. Can we go out and win this game today? And I think that he's instilled that in his players. And I think that, he's got them in the mindset. He's got them believing. And I think the other thing I like is in this last stretch where they played good teams and came out on top of quite a few games, White Sox and the Rays, Milwaukee, they're doing it again tonight. They've never let the game get away. They've hung around long enough to get a big hit late in the game, and they've won quite a few of those games, and that's a sign of a good team.
That's a great point, because we have seen guys in the past that no longer are wearing the uniform, by the way, and you understand where I'm going with that too, but guys that sort of throw in the towel and they're not around, and nobody expects accepts them anymore, and that's the way it should be.
That's the way it's going to be, AJ. It's about production. It's about coming up here and doing a job. It's about coming up here and winning a job. And
Yeah, we got to get out of
a lot
this.
people opportunity.
1 and 2 count, one on or one out, 2 on.
This is the big boys. This is the best of the best. So if you're gonna
1-2 count for Urania.
You really got to do something. That's just a fact.
You've talked.
Can
a
he
lot
get
with
the out
Owner
here?
Vasilich. The good news from him, obviously,
fuck.
is he's ready to spend in the offseason.
1,
Tigers fans
2.
pretty
That'll be
excited
2.
about that and excited
Dude,
about
that'll be a rare double play for Detroit. We
And
double up.
Jim Leland,
What's his
fantastic
name?
stuff. As
Ibez
always,
or
we
whatever.
appreciate- It's always great to see you, man. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Chip.
Hope to see you soon.
Thank
okay?
you.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's one of the best, man. Jim Leland. Love the stories, love the knowledge, all the baseball stuff that he provides us on a regular basis when you see him is always a pleasure. They may challenge, Kansas City may challenge this, and
What's
they
up,
are
Tristan?
going to challenge it. Isbell got down the line pretty good, and it looks like he did beat that throw.
Hold on. Is there clear evidence to that he's safe? We got the guy at second. There'd be 2. I don't know. Is that clear evidence? I mean, he kind of looks like he could be
Clear,
safe.
convincing evidence. We'll see what they say in New York.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's called safe. He looked at it's pretty fucking close.
Be the judge and jury on these ourselves, and what we thought was clear and convincing. They did
Yeah, it looks like he's probably safe.
He is safe.
Dang. All right, well, that's all right. It'll be runners at the corners and 2 away.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the Kansas City fifth.
2 on, 2 out, runners at the corners. Tigers need to get an out here for
Perez, and for good reason, and what Ben
Merrifield.
has done in September. But this is the one guy you probably don't want to see with runners in scoring position in a tight ball game with Merrifield.
Need to get an out on this guy. Always easier said than done for Merrifield.
Super impressive. 130 hits in his career against the Tigers, the most of any active player.
Because that's all he does is hit Detroit pitching.
And he
Strike
takes
one.
Strike one from Jose Urania, who's in on a wall side windows pitching change. Came in the 4th to relieve Casey Mize. Retired the Royals 1-2-3 in that 4th inning.
All right, runners at the corners, 2 away. Top of the 5th here, 1-0 Royals lead. Tigers have to shut it down here so they don't get so it doesn't get kind of broke open here. Popped him up.
In the air, shallow right.
Should be the 3rd out.
Is there.
And the Tigers a tightrope out of
The
it.
inning is over. It's 1-0
And
Kansas
they
City
will
as we
hold
head
on to a
into
1-0 lead.
the
Let's see if the Tigers can get back into it with their bats this time. Reyes and then top of the order, so it'll be 9, 1, and 2. Reyes, Badu, and Scope. Reyes, Badu, Scope here in the top of the or bottom of the 5th rather coming up. 1-0 Royals lead. Man, I can't believe baseball season's really coming to an end. We did a whole lot of baseball games this year. Only reason this month has been slowed down is football. And college started back up, and I can't do day games really anymore. Tease what it is, right? Good season, though. I did probably like 110 to 120 games roughly. Pretty good. Maybe more than that. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. It was a good season. Throw my hands up and shout. Na, 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 na. But yeah, it'll be 9, 1, and 2 for the Tigers, trying to get a run here to tie this game up at 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Reyes, Badu, and Scope for the Tigers. 9, 1, and 2. Reyes, Badu, Scope. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 1-0 Roydell's lead. Ugh.
Purchase tickets to all Red Wings home games with no fees. Act fast. Offer ends this Sunday at midnight. Get your seats at DetroitRedWings.com/no-fees.
Looks like Hernandez is still pitching for the Royals. He's had a pretty good game, so might as well leave him in. Bottom of the 5th.
Coming up,
Strike one.
Daniels, Mickey Redmond, Chris Osgood, Larry Murphy. Whole gang is back. Looking forward to that. Victor Reyes, Akil Baddoo, and Jonathan Scope here for the Tigers in the 5th. Reyes has one of the 2 Tigers hits here tonight.
Strike 2, fouls it away.
The other, a Jonathan Scope single.
0-2 quickly here for Reyes.
Well, the 2 days off didn't really
Not really where you want to be to start an
right
inning.
along in the hit parade. See if they can keep it going. We saw Miguel earlier in the month have that long straight hit days. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, Miguel Cabrera's was 9 straight at bats.
At bats, that's what I mean, yeah.
Outside
Ball
right.
outside, 1 and 2.
5, right?
Yeah, went 4 for 4.
Who's warming up? Who
Against
is that?
The White Sox on Tuesday. Alex Lang beginning to throw.
Lang.
Went 5 for 8 with a double against the White Sox in the 2-game series. That 3rd game rained out. It'll be made up Monday here on Valley Sports at 1 o'clock.
See Alex Lang warming up. I'm a little surprised by that. Ureña's had 2 scoreless innings of relief, and you know, we thought he might be stretched out for more than 2 innings. I did anyway.
Yeah, just 27 pitches so far for Jose Ureña. He's looked good. A comebacker to Hernandez, and Reyes is out at first.
1 away here after an easy ground ball.
Now a message from MGM Grand.
Bottom of the 5th, 1 away. Now up is Baddoo.
At the destination
Oh shit, they're doing bullshit.
every experience. Welcome back safely to MGM.
Tigers need to get something going here in the 5th. They've scattered some hits and had the bases loaded once, but that was early in the game. Now the starters settled in, and the Tigers have struggled to produce.
Worked the first 3 innings, gave up a run, couple of hits, struck out 3, needed just 41.
Kind of doesn't seem like Ureña might be coming back out. We'll see.
2-3 in 2 of the 3 innings he pitched.
Well, he doesn't look like he's done for the night, Ureña. So
that's what I meant.
You know,
He kind of looks like he's still pitching.
my mind right now is maybe Alex Lang is not going to be pitching tonight. He just hasn't.
Oh yeah, maybe Lang's just getting a bullpen in.
Get some throwing in. I don't know. We'll have to see how it all plays out.
Well, take me through what
Strike
a pitcher
2
does
or 1 rather.
with
Sorry.
a couple of days
First
off.
pitch.
Well, it depends on whether you're starter or reliever. Relievers, you know, they're conditioned totally different. They want to throw every day, at least a little bit, because it's so important for them to come right in, throw strikes. Starters, you know, you'll have a routine of pitch a day, have a day off,
0-2.
throw on the side a day, have 2 days off, and then go back to work. So it's a,
Well, it
a
looked like
little
a strike
different
anyway.
routine for
It
starters
was.
and relievers. But Lang looks like he's going to be coming in the game at some point, and Ureña looks like he's still in the game. So we'll see how it all works.
The 0-2 to Akil Baddoo outside.
In the meantime, Shep said it earlier, Carlos Hernandez sort of
You're
in
back.
the comfort zone. As pitch count is quite elevated here as the top of the bottom of the 5th inning. And hopefully his manager Mike Matheny will consider that, and he won't be in the game much longer, but it hasn't been an easy one. 3 walks have helped give the Tigers a little bit of opportunity, but only 2 hits allowed. There's Mike Matheny.
There's the stressful first. Pretty much under control since then.
Just grabbing a
The
pop.
pitch count rising at 85. 2-2 to Akil Baddoo. Rides a 3-game hit streak. Hits in 7 of his last 10. Fouls it away. It's been a fun night. Even though it's a 1-0 Kansas City lead, Miguel Cabrera's celebration before the game. Al Avila and Jim Leland in the booth with us.
Baseball. It's all about baseball with those guys.
2-2.
Yeah, no one's saying
on the
nothing.
ground to second. Merrifield with good range.
2 away. Ghost Town stream tonight.
2 outs for Jonathan Scope, who's been on base twice.
Appreciate the likes so far. We're up to 16. 4 away from the goal.
Hit by a pitch his first time out.
Sure, we'll get there soon enough. Appreciate all the likes so far. If you're watching and not really chatting, I'd appreciate a like. And I'll get the engagement up a little bit. If not, that's fine too. Hope you're enjoying the stream otherwise.
Saying something to Scope.
2 away in the bottom of the 5th.
20 home runs.
Strike
on the
1
season.
to Scope.
You almost feel like he's got one of those in him. He hasn't hit one out of the ballpark in a little bit, and we're kind of used to him being pretty steady with that.
Instead, a tapper back to the mound. Hernandez retires Jonathan Scope, and the Tigers 1-2-3 for the first time tonight.
All right, well, we'll go to the top of the 6th. Lopez, Perez, and Benintendi. Lopez, Perez, and Benintendi. Hopefully, Jorge. Hopefully, man. A win would be nice, but right now our offense ain't doing shit. We're going to have to get this starter out of here and maybe have to work on the bullpen, but running out of innings. We'll go to the top of the 6th. It'll be, like I said, Lopez, Perez, and Benintendi. So that's 2, 3, and 4 for the Royals. Tough part of the lineup. Looks like Lang is coming out to pitch now. I guess Urania is done after a couple innings. So new pitcher in for the Tigers. It'll be Alex Lang, and then it'll be... it's the muted audio. The game is just in commercial break right now, so eventually it'll click back on. So, see how far up I can reach. Almost.
With a Ram game break, while the Tiger season is winding down, the Red Wings season is ramping up. Among the storylines we're following, well, fans in the stands will be a big boost, but there is also the confluence of goodness that is the arrival of former top picks Mo Sider and perhaps Lucas Raymond, and the return from injury of Dylan Larkin and Tyler Bertuzzi.
I'm playing for the Red Wings this year. I'm playing forward. I'm unbeatable. They call me the dirty scorer.
Against Columbus with Ken and Mick. Shep, back to you.
Looking forward to watching you and all that Red Wings coverage here on Valley Sports all season long. I'd love to see Lucas Raymond make this team.
Can't pretend I know a first thing about hockey, though.
Jeff Blash. A wall-side window, speaking of vital pieces. Alex Lang has been really good as of late. It's his 33rd appearance out of the bullpen, and he gets
all right, hopefully he has a good appearance this time.
Well, it's good to see him back on the mound.
A good part of the Royals lineup, top of it, and then the heart of the order. So not exactly an easy task ahead of him. So let's see if he can get through it. 6th inning again. It'll be Lopez, Perez, and Benintendi for the Royals.
Did you call your mom? He said, "Absolutely, I did." You know, those are the kind of things that we sometimes take for granted, but it's still a big moment in Kid's career. And the difference is why he's out there right now is he's found command a lot better, and he's being a lot more
generous call, strike 1.
That AJ asked him to work on when he was sent back to Toledo, and he's done that quite nicely. And true to form, AJ's given him more and more opportunity because of it. Look out!
Off his foot.
Oh, they got him anyway. All right. Whew, that was a fortunate bounce off a foot. Yeah, hopefully he's all right, though. I think he's fine. Now up is Perez, the scary part of their lineup.
All season long, he has been a steady force. 276, the 46 homers, most ever
Ripping homers this
by
year.
a primary catcher in a single season. And the 115 RBIs doesn't just lead the American League, it leads the major leagues.
Yo,
Yeah,
protect
it's,
that triple
definitely
crown,
a
Salvi.
career year, but
Protect
for all
that
of
triple
us that
crown.
watched
Keep it away from that kid
his
Guerrero.
career, you know, and here's a guy that sat out.
Keep
most of the year.
Miggy perfect.
He comes back and he's playing every game again, and Sal Perez is just inspiring to me because he's playing the toughest position in the game. There's what he's done.
1-0 count for Perez. 1 away here in the top of the 6 for the Royals.
In addition to that,
They lead
he's
1-0.
third in the major leagues in
Fouls it
total
away. 1-1
bases
count for Perez.
with 144. And as Jack mentioned earlier, and I think it was A.J. Hinch who told us this before the game today, he said, you know, just a reminder, he's doing it in Kansas City where
I'll be right
it
back.
gets
I gotta
hot
grab
and stays hot all season long. A.J. Hinch has great admiration for Salvador Perez. Fouls it away, 1 and 2.
He was kind of hinting that, you know, after all these accomplishments and already setting the home run record for a catcher, that it would only be right for Mike Matheny to give him a day off or a series off.
At some point, yeah, in this series. He'd love that.
Of course, it didn't happen. It's Sal Perez. He plays every day.
Perez struck out in the first and flied to right his last time up. The 1-2 from Lang. In the dirt, a good stop by Eric Haas. Johnny Bench's record is the one he broke. And Johnny Bench, one of the classiest friends Jack Morris has as a Hall of Famer, says, as Yogi said, I knew my record would stand until it was broken. Congrats. Great guy, great catcher. And that caught everybody's attention, by the way.
Put this back in his book cover.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good book when stars are
Struck him
scattered. It's
out
a
twice
graphic
tonight,
novel
though.
thing.
Down he
Hey,
goes.
down goes
Trout
Perez.
number 2 here
Cool.
in the 6th.
1 and 2, or well, 2 outs now. Nobody on. Top 6.
Curveball
2
from
away.
Alex Lang here, and it's the depth of that curveball and the over-aggression of Salvador Perez. He does not do that very often. It will happen occasionally.
All right, I got a bookshelf back there.
2 quick outs though for Lang, and that's another great sign of what this kid is. Progression has been.
Strike 1.
Jack's point
Good
earlier
pitch.
about Alex Lang, his first major league save
Now up is
against
Benintendi
Chicago.
for the Royals. He's their number 4 hitter.
His mom's phone pings
Trying to go 1, 2,
every
3
time
here in the
Alex
6th.
Lang enters a ball game. So mom is glued without question.
And there we go. That's that.
Nice
Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. Good inning for Lang.
Go the Royals 1-2-3 against
Great
Alex
job
Lang
for
in
the
6th.
Tigers. All right. Now we got a score here. Who's up? Grossman, Cabrera, Candelario. Grossman, Cabrera, and Candelario here for the Tigers. It'll be, it looks like 3, 4, and 5. So it's the heart of the lineup. It'll be Grossman, Cabrera, and Candelario here. Hopefully we can get some runs across against Hernandez, or at least tie this game up or something. It's starting to get a bit lopsided. Tis quite all right. 'Tis quite all right. I can't tell if anyone's even enjoying the stream or not because nobody's talking. These Tiger streams will be weird because they used to be awesome and now no one says anything. Just boring ass people silently observing a game. No, I'm just kidding about the boring people part. I don't know what to talk about though. You guys want to see a magic trick? Would that be cool? I could show you one. You want to see a thumb disappear?
Football Friday matchup between DeWitt and Grand Ledge tonight. All DeWitt in this one. Tyler Holtz over the middle to a wide open Tommy McIntosh. He does the rest. 57 yards for the score. At halftime, it's 50-8 in favor of DeWitt.
50.
You can see the remainder of that game on Bally Sports Plus. Yes, that is a 50 burger, I think is what the kids call it. Chip.
There we go. Thumb removed. It's right here.
Right? DeWitt.
Yeah, one of the better teams in the state, no question.
Yeah, I think, and I've called a lot of games, so
Rip
so
that
bear
shit
with
right
me.
off.
I think I called that state championship game last year.
How's it going, Mr. Coffee? I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I hope you enjoyed my the proof that I'm a wizard.
I called that state championship game.
I just ripped my thumb off and showed it to the
We'll
people.
have those state championships again here on Bally Sports Thanksgiving weekend. New pitcher
Want to
for
see me
Kansas
do
City,
some
Jack.
crazy shit?
Domingo Tapia
Oh shit!
is in there for
Look,
his
you see this?
30th
No thumb on my
time.
hand. Ah.
Another big right-hander. I saw this kid pitch in AAA
Yeah.
earlier this year.
Dang.
Back home in Minnesota
Dang.
and turned on the TV and watched the AAA St.
I got
team
all these
play
hands now and
AAA,
shit. Or
Kansas City
fingers.
team. This kid was on the mound during one of his
Fucking.
back-to-back AAA.
Oh, so while he was pitching for Omaha, you're saying?
Yeah.
I got you.
Right.
Okay. He faces Robbie Grossman to start.
0-1
then
for
Miguel
Grossman.
Cabrera and Jamer Candelario here in the sixth. Tigers down 1-0, each team with 2 hits.
Up to 16 likes. I appreciate that. Let's see if we can hit 20.
That's when they
I
got their
doubt
2
it, but
hits.
we'll see.
Single from Ryan O'Hearn, a double from Kyle Isbell, and a sacrifice fly from Whit Merrifield is how
All right, what do we got?
the Royals
0-2 count for Grossman. We need a hit.
Grossman 0 for 1. He walked in the first.
Or a walk. That's cool, too.
Plays
Ball
off
1.
An outside fastball.
1-2 here for Grossman. 1-0 game here in the bottom of the 6th. No outs here. Grossman's up. He's the leadoff hitter. Kind of obvious at that kind of statement with saying no outs and Grossman's up. But 3-4-5 for Detroit this inning against
physical
pitcher.
size. And the guy that just came out, Carlos Hernandez. So different look. Hernandez ends up with a high
Tapa. I don't know. TAPA. However the fuck you say that. I'm sure I'm not saying it anyway. It's probably like tilapia because baseball players all got goofy ass names.
You see the 3
It's
walks.
like
He also hit a batter.
like low, like LOWE was pronounced Lau for whoever we were recently playing. I think it was the Brewer. No.
To 3-2.
The Reyes. Someone's name was literally spelled low and it was just Lau. I was like, see, that's what I mean. That's bullshit. What part of LOWE is Lau? You know what I mean? Other than they got an L in common.
Second most in the American League. Here's the 3-2.
You know, like, well,
Draws another.
I guess I would imagine Lau would be spelled LAO.
Patience has really been a friend of Robbie Grossman.
I mean, I guess if you're being really nice.
His fastball and everything else has been a struggle for him, so Robbie kind of knew that.
Wow. I guess OW's ow. That was close.
Crowd
Must
is
had a
just
big ass
ready
spill right there.
Yeah,
On the
to
little
bust
that came
loose
out.
for Miguel Cabrera if he can do something here.
Cat-like reflexes. 1 sec.
It's been kind of a mild offensive night for the Tigers. The fans here, a lot of them, most of them here to see this guy, and boy, would they have fun if he could get a hit here.
First pitch is low and away, 1-0. Cabrera out on a fielder's choice in the first. Bounced into a double play in the third. Another one low and away, 2-0 to Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera is a .322 lifetime hitter in this ballpark. The 2-0 at the knees to make it 2-1.
Only 2 hitters in the Tigers major league team that Domingo Tapia has faced, and that's Harold and Willie Castro. Harold's got one hit and one at bat. Hopefully he can continue that here later on.
I gotta clean this desk off when they split tonight, or else it gets all fucked for a minute.
Now the 2-1. Wave and a miss.
All right, we're back. One last
ball
time.
really sunk right there, 97. It's like Tapia did not follow through at all. He just sort of stops his delivery. Watch the tail on this ball. It just sinks down and in. It started in the strike zone, and that's when Miggy started his swing. See if he goes right back to that.
Crowd getting behind him. Here's the 2-2. Fouled it away.
Fouls it away.
It's amazing. How do you even get a piece of that pitch? It's basically the same pitch. I mean, that's a
Count remains 2-2.
pitcher's pitch.
Fouls that last one away. There's nobody out. Runner at first. Bottom of the 6th for Miguel.
Gets a piece of it. And all I can say is to that young man is don't make a mistake, because he's starting to time 97.
Another quick throw to keep Grossman honest. 18 stolen bases for Robbie Grossman this year. That too is a career high and leads the Tigers.
Yeah, and if he's going to be going at all, this is all about Robbie getting the right jump off the pitcher, because they have tremendous respect for Sal Perez.
Broken back grounded. That's a fair
Fair
ball.
Hey, there we
By
go.
Mondesi, the throw not in time, and the Tigers have the
Tigers
first
got
two
something
men
going
here
here.
in the 6th.
You know, Shep, I wouldn't doubt if this goes down as a hit. Mondesi has to go hard. It is a base hit. Mondesi has to go hard to his right.
There we go. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the
I'm not
6th. Tigers
sure
have
if
their
the ball
best shot at
actually
runs
hit the
right
base or
now.
not, but you can see it hit off the heel of his glove. He couldn't find it.
That might be changed to an error, but for now it's a hit. Let's go. 2,980. 2980.
Now 20 hits shy of 3,000.
I think they're pulling their pitcher.
They've already flipped the number, 2,980. Hey, this Sunday the Tigers host the Royals at 1 o'clock as Fan Appreciation Weekend continues here at the ballpark. Randomly selected fans will win the game-used jerseys of Tigers players in our Shirt Off Our Back promotion. For tickets, go to tigers.com/tickets today.
Veteran pitching coach Cal Eldred out there trying to settle in his right-hander. Nobody out here. This is
Need something here
they
for
have
the
to make
Tigers.
Something happen, Shep. We haven't seen a lot of them so far. And like Yogi said, the same Yogi that Johnny Bench was referring to, it's getting late early.
Yeah, right. First and second for Jeimer Candelario. First time the Tigers have had a runner in scoring position since the first inning.
All right, here. Bottom of the 6th.
They play Candelario to pull a wave and a
Now
miss.
0-1.
Fastball
Strike 1.
98,
First pitch of
0-1.
the at-bat, so now it's 0-1. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Royals lead. Tigers need to get something here in the bottom of the 6th, at least tie this thing up. Base hit could potentially. Grossman's at second, so a very well-placed hit could tie this thing up. Let's see. Here's the pitch. Ball 1.
Outside 1-1.
All right,
Jeimer
1-1.
Candelario, who walked in the first and grounded to second in the 4th.
All right. A little bit of time called for Candy. He's going to step out the box. What you doing?
We've talked about the career year for Robbie Grossman, a career best for Jeimer Candelario this year in a number of different categories.
Come on, Candy,
RBIs
smack
with
a homer.
65. The 1-1. To left field.
Ah.
Tendi is there.
Not even going to be deep enough. Not the wrong side of the field to get the runner over. Didn't get to right field. Ugh. Oh, well. Well, there goes that inning. Bottom of the 6th, 1 away now with 2 on. Now a double play kills it. Here's Harold Castro. Well, they said here's a word from the Home Depot, but I guess not.
Well, we apologize for the technical difficulties. Harold Castro stands in 0 for 2, but a chance to drive in a run. He had this same situation or a similar situation.
Good game so far. Good game so far. Got ourselves a little bit of a pitcher / bullpen duel.
He flew out to right here.
But the idea stands.
First pitch swinging to
Castro
back goes Isbell. He's got it.
Does nothing again. Grossman will tag and get to third.
Runners at the corners now for Eric Haas and 2 down.
Well, here's Haas now with runners at the corners. Looks like we're going to strand first and second with oh, there is an I in his name. Okay, it is Tapia then. All right. I only seen the one. I don't know, that P and the I just kind of blend in. On the but it's good. I got my glasses shit figured out today, so that's always good. I'll be wearing I'll have specs soon, which will be nice.
He starts that ball about belt
quite
high,
nice.
He leaves it up in the bottom of the zone. By up, I mean
it'll be nice to see
zone,
again, like I used to
out
do.
of the zone that he's trying to get
I can still see, but I'd like to see better again.
Haas
Anyway, runners at the corners for the Tigers, 2 away. We need to get a base hit to get a run in. A homer or a single would be ideal, or a double really doesn't do anything. So, strike. It's been a strike all day. He's been giving he's been giving anything close outside like that all game, as long as it's not too high or too low. Consistency is what matters.
It's been a pitcher's duel for the most part tonight.
Called that all game for Detroit pitchers, and he's called it all game for Royals pitchers. It's been a consistent spot. That's why Candelario and them are swinging at that pitch tonight. I'm surprised Haas doesn't realize he's got to. This the strike zone. Ball is low. Low inside, all 3. I don't know. I guess it's not that inside. Might have been. Eddie lifted it up a bit.
Both these teams have been very good since the All-Star break, with runners in scoring position. To see both teams a combined 0 for 7 is a little startling, but only the Red Sox better than the Tigers in that situation since the All-Star break. Haas fouls it away.
1 and 2.
1 and 2 to Eric Haas.
Such a hard pitch to lay off. That's the one.
That's not good.
That Tapia is trying to get you to swing at. Because basically,
only we were playing a better team, we'd be doing better.
With the movement of that pitch, and it's dropping out of the bottom of the zone, if you make contact, you're more than likely going to do and have the ball do exactly what just happened. Drive it into the ground.
All right, 1-2 count for Haas. 2 away, runners at the corners. That's Grossman and Cabrera at the corners. We've got Haas at the plate. Here's the 1-2 offering. That's going to be up high, ball 1. Or ball 2, rather. Sorry.
Counts even to Eric Haas.
It was high, not really inside. If that was down a little bit, they'd have called that a strike, dude. Maybe a slightly inside. 2-2 count.
That's because he knew he'd just throw a hanger. That ball.
Come on, Haas. Just poke it in the left field.
Ballpark, and he knows it. You get a little nervous as a pitcher when you make mistakes that stay up out over the plate like
that. The 2-2.
Fouls it away. Good way to stay alive.
Again, give Eric Haas credit for being able to foul it off and stay alive.
Not a surprise that we've got another close one here at Comerica Park.
2-2.
7 of the last 13 home games here for Detroit have been decided by 1 run.
Jesus, that's quite a few. Detroit plays a lot of close games. All right, 2-2 count. Detroit's the one run game kids.
Low and away.
Full count.
Good stop by Perez to keep Grossman at third and Cabrera at first. It's a full count to Eric Haas.
We got ourselves a full count here. Hopefully it's something good and not a strikeout. That would be rather anticlimactic. Walker hit our idea. I think I said that before. They had a fucking Walker Or I said single or home run, but I guess a walk is the same idea as a single here. Really. There we go. There we go. Tie game. Finally. There we go.
Haas will dig for second and fall down.
Oh, Haas tripped.
Can't get out of it, but he does deliver.
Damn, Haas took too hard of a turnaround second, and he tied the game. Hey, don't matter. We got it tied up. All right, 1-1.
Eric Haas drives in his 57th run of the season.
A little bit. He fell down on rounding the base. I mean, there's not much he can do on that one. Yeah, it looked like he was trying to take second, and then he fucking tripped. Rather unfortunate, but that is a catcher trying to run. So, all right. Well, Haas ties the game up. It's now 1-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th. Or, well, top of the 7th, rather. Top of the 7th coming up in a 1-1 game. Pitcher's duel, of course, still. I'm guessing Detroit's going to run Lang back out there. So, 1-1 game. I'm imagining they're going to leave Lang in to pitch at least for the 7th as long as he doesn't screw it up. Who's batting for these guys? Yeah, it'll be Lang, Santana. 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, and 7 for the Royals. It'll be Santana, Mondesi, and O'Hearn. But Santana, Mondesi, and O'Hearn, I guess. I don't know. Lang is going to be pitching still. Top 7 coming up. Tie game at 1. Good game so far. It's been pretty much dominated by pitching. There's only been 6 hits between the two teams. Detroit has 1 run on 4 hits and an error. Kansas City has 1 run on 2 hits and no errors. So that's the whole game. 2 runs and 6 total hits. Not very barn burner of a game, so kind of real meandering type pace so far, but that's all right.
Whoa! All right! That's what it is. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. That's what people are all fired up for. Tigers baseball on a Friday night. Look at the little kids. They're getting an education out there, Jack. How do you cheer when a camera's in your face? All these adults will show me.
Well, Alex Lang's going to get back-to-back innings. Very efficient there.
All right, let's see if Lang can deliver another good set of innings against the 5, 6, and 7 hitter.
Carlos Santana here.
Santana, Mondesi, and O'Hearn.
Carlos Santana, then Alberto Mondeci and Ryan O'Hearn for Kansas City. Second inning of work for Alex Lang. The 6th was quick work for Lang. 9 pitches to retire the Royals.
Strike 1, foul ball.
And Santana fouls the first pitch away. "19 homers, 65 runs driven in for Carlos Santana this season."
All right.
Tigers have the shift on to the right side. It's right into it. How about that?
And 1 away. Good start to the inning. We get Santana in the shift. 1 away.
1901 Society memberships are on sale now for the 2022 season, starting as low as just $6 per game. All members receive opening day tickets, access to year-round benefits, discounts, and more. Join today by visiting tigers.com/2022 or call 313-471-2255. Here's Alberto Mondeci. A couple of groundouts for Mondesi and a wave and a miss. Playing third base, as we've mentioned here tonight. His 13th start there. Now, this is a guy who could pick it at short. We thought he was Kansas City's shortstop of the future, but Nicky Lopez has been so good. Sends one into the right center field gap, and that'll roll all the way to the wall.
Yeah,
this guy's got a ton of speed. Hits the bag at second, on his way to third, and he cruises in with ease with his first triple of the year.
Alberto Mondeci has really had a tough year physically. He's been hurt so much, and it's probably been a challenge for him to try to find any rhythm. One of the signs that you know he's coming back is to watch him run pretty effortlessly. It didn't look like it was max effort because he knows he can glide into third base. Chris Fetter going to make a trip out to talk to Alex Lang.
Yeah, Jack, to your point, Alberto Mondeci lost 115 games due to injury. On the IL on 3 different occasions as Kyle Funkhauser begins his pregame routine. This is where Alex Lang needs a strikeout against Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn already on base twice, scored with a base hit and scored in the 3rd inning, and then he walked in the 5th. Got all the way to third base before we got out of that half inning. Jose Arena on the mound. This is a test for Alex Lang. Keep that runner at third. You need 2 outs instead of just 1. What do you got in your tank? What do you got in your bag of tricks? Strike 1 is always a good thing.
Infield is in for the Tigers.
Yeah, in these close ball games, you've got to play the infield in. You're trying to cut down Mondesi on a basically run on contact play. And that's where managers kind of take over the ball game. They have to make these decisions. For Mike Matheny is, do you send this guy on contact, or do you make him let the ball get through the infield before he breaks?
Good stop by Eric Haas. It's 2-1.
I always feel the team that has the lead is in the driver's seat in these situations. AJ's defending it by keeping the guys all in the infield right up on the grass, so that anything within a step and a dive, they might still have a play at home if Mondesi goes.
Wave and a miss. It's 2-2.
Got him to chase the curveball. These are the situations, though, Shep, in a ball game. A strikeout can really be beneficial. You don't need them on every single guy, but right here with only 1 out and runner on third, you got to throw your best pitch and hope that you can get a swing and a miss. And now he's going to do it in a full count situation.
And what's his best pitch in your mind?
Well, I think he has 2 options. You know, the fastball's what got him here, but the curveball is, and that's what Eric Haas calls right here. It's a curveball. He's going to have some courage and throw it for a strike.
Ground and foul. Come back with it?
Good question. If you do, you've got to try to throw it at the bottom of the zone, and maybe even throw it as a ball, hoping that you get a swing and a miss. Otherwise, it's, you know, O'Hearn is shown that he can cover the outside part of the plate pretty good with a fastball, and he doesn't have a sinker, so Eric does come back with the curveball.
Another payoff, another one fouled away.
Foul ball. Full count for O'Hearn after a triple by Dozier, or not Dozier, but
28 years young, 9 homers,
fucking
runs,
blanking. Mondesi, sorry. Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
For Alberto Mondeci as the Royals with the go-ahead run at third.
Tigers need a strikeout.
Another 3-2.
Shit, that's gonna take the lead.
Single for O'Hearn to give the Royals the lead right back here in the 7th.
Probably shouldn't have let Langs pitch for more than an inning. I don't know why they do this.
The chance you take. Now AJ's going to come back.
Now you're gonna pull him.
And
wow.
make a pitching change, but
Maybe you should have did that before the inning.
That's the gamble you take as a manager. O'Hearn did hit it hard, and he gets the RBI.
Pitching change for the Tigers. Royals back up by 1 on Valley Sports.
That was a poor decision pitching management-wise by Hinch there. I really don't understand why you would even leave Lang in. Just take him out after a good inning. This weird shit about having him pitch like 3 innings at a time, and he always gets rocked the second time he comes out. Like, yeah, good job. All right, well, there's 2 away anyway, or 1 away anyway now. With a runner at first, one away, the Royals have reclaimed a 2-1 lead. Poor pitch management by Hinch there kind of feels like the culprit. It's a commercial break, and yeah. Ooh. And we're up to 17 likes. I appreciate that. Slowly on our way to 20. I appreciate all the likes so far. Very, very kind. Even though no one's talking, that's all right. It's kind of creepy. Pretty sure I can see all the comments from the beginning of the stream. That's pretty bad. Almost. Fun. Just waiting for. I'm pretty sure Funkhauser's coming into pinch, or to pitch rather, not pinch, but pitch. So it'll be Funkhauser, I would imagine.
Game that Casey Mize was only allowed to go 3 innings. He was very efficient in the first 2, recording 3 strikeouts early.
All right.
And he ends up.
Dozier's up now with 1 away. Runner at first in the top of the 7th. Royals have reclaimed a lead. It's 2-1. Royals
3
lead.
innings of work that Casey threw. Most fastballs, those are in the red, and the slider. The one swing and miss he got down at the bottom of the zone.
Here's Kyle Funkhauser here in the 7th against Hunter Dozier.
Need a quick out here.
Reclaim the lead. There goes the runner O'Hearn.
Oh, O'Hearn took off. Got to go back though. Foul ball, buddy.
So all-side windows pitching change with Funkhauser making his 53rd appearance.
A little bit of attempt at a hit and run there. Didn't really get anything going. Failure of the hit and run always kind of spoils your intentions when you do it on the first pitch.
Now kind of inheriting a 1-run deficit. So he
Strike
has
2.
no room to
0-2.
make mistakes. Obviously needs a pair of outs here and quickly ahead in the count.
Dozier 0 for 1 in his career against Funkhauser. The 0-2. Bounced off the pass. There goes O'Hearn to second, and he
Did they get him?
out of there.
Oh, they actually got his ass?
What a play by Eric.
Wow.
Rope.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you short.
What a fucking throw.
Haas he tried to block this ball. It scoots away to his right, and it goes a good 25, 30 feet to his right. He has to run over there, and all in one motion. Look at the strike.
God, smoked him too. What a perfect throw.
They're not going to review that because it was a perfect throw. That was a beautiful play.
You know, Castro didn't have to move the glove, Jack.
That's one when you're on the other team, you just kind of like look back and kind of nod your head at the other guy because that's such a good play by the catcher right there. That's such an annoyingly good throw. 1 and 2, 2 outs now. That changes the inning quite dramatically.
I almost said hold
One
it.
pitch ends it now.
Don't throw it. He throws a perfect strike.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he nailed his ass.
Thinking, uh-oh, this one could go into center field. Instead, it was right on the money. This one lifted to right field. Grossman is there.
All right, 3 away.
Kansas City back in.
All right, bottom of the 7th. They've reclaimed the lead. It's 2-1 Royals, though.
We will stretch in Detroit, and it's brought to you by
what is that? Goodrum, Reyes, and Polanco or Badu. Goodrum, Reyes, and Badu. Goodrum, Reyes, Badu. 8-9 and 1. 8-9 and 1. Goodrum, Reyes, and Badu for the Tigers in the bottom of the 7th. Let's see if we can't get that run back and maybe take a lead or do something here. Funkhauser comes in, essentially gets a double play, and now we're heading to the bottom of the 7th. He gets a throw out and then a strikeout on the next basically pitch. So good. might be nothing wrong with that. A bunch of back end arms you can blow through. Anyway, just waiting for the bottom of the 7th to kick off. Or will they get going, rather not kick off. Like the 4th quarter just started, the 7th inning. Just 2 likes away now from the goal. We're up to 18. I appreciate you guys. Very, very kind. If you haven't left, just consider clicking like. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Trust me. It's fine. Nothing against you. You won't be penalized, even though I can see if you've liked it or not, and I'll remember it forever. Freeloader. No, I'm kidding again, by the way.
Before the start of tonight's game,
freeloaders.
Miguel Cabrera honored by hitting his 500th career home run.
Hey, look at Miggy. Hell yeah.
General Manager Al Avila, AJ Hinch,
Goat.
Leland,
Just doing goat
Billy
shit.
Horton, among those there to honor Cabrera
All right.
on field with his family.
Even Barry Bonds sent a nice video in, and that guy's an asshole. He doesn't talk nice to nobody.
And we were fortunate enough to talk with
Fucking goat Barry Bonds even said congratulations to Miggy. That's how important it was. Even fucking Barry Bonds said something. When was the last time you ever heard Barry Bonds say anything? Brent's is in now.
See the numbers on him. He did start a game in Kansas City against the Tigers and pitched extremely well. He's another hard-throwing left-hander out of the pen for Mike Matheny and the Royals.
He faces Nico Goodrum, Victor Reyes, and Akil Baddoo here.
That'd be a strike right down the middle.
Kansas City with a run.
0-1 for Goodrum to lead it off.
Half of this inning. The Tigers have their lone run.
You guys want to see my real pitching?
Goodrum has struck out and flied out to left. Brent's is a good-looking lefty. Kansas City, we were talking with Al Avila, and you kind of echoed that. Jim Leland said the same thing about getting the pitching right. That's the key for a franchise moving forward. Kansas City has the same mindset with some of their good young pitchers. Brent's out of the bullpen. They've got guys like Kyle Singer as a starter.
Yeah, they you know, we see so many good arms that are young arms. Obviously, it's been true for generations in baseball. The kids get their shots at the big league life.
Stumble there.
And a lot of kids have that tremendous arm, right?
Yep.
What's up, Pauline?
What causes them to establish themselves and stick around at the big
yeah,
league
I got both of them.
once they get through that?
But donations are, you don't got to donate or nothing.
It's about
I
locating
appreciate
more
the
than anything else.
I appreciate the kindness, but you're fine.
advantage.
Don't worry about it. When I say freeloaders, though, please don't think you have to donate or anything. I'm just joking around.
Part of the equation for young pitchers.
I'm just saying random shit because it's been a pretty silent stream. I'm okay. I'm all set on money. I appreciate the notion though. It's very kind.
And a big reason why they think they can be competitive.
I just hurt my arm. I fucking smacked it on my chair. I was trying to do a goofy submarine style pitching stance. And I went to go like
give him his chances to be a starter.
3-2 to Goodrum. Cues it foul. That, in addition to the young players that they have, like
I landed right on my arm because it knocked me off balance.
Benintendi is still a young
Gave myself a
player.
carpet burn.
They're hoping for a bounce back season next
Anyway,
year.
full count here for Goodrum here. Brent's is the pitcher now.
They've got some decent prospects, just like the Tigers do.
I guess Cash
Ways
App.
to deliver a 3-2.
They're both equally used. That's brutal.
Seven homers on the year for Nico Goodrum. Here's the 3-2. Fair ball.
Hey, there we go.
Down the right field line.
Should be two.
Goodrum will dig for second. It's bobbled by Dozier. Goodrum hesitates.
Oh, no.
On his way to third, and he is out.
He's out.
At third base.
Yeah, it's just that little hesitation.
You can't make the first out at third. Yeah, sure. I don't mind. Yeah, I appreciate it. One sec.
And he kind of hesitated
here you go.
because he was expecting
I
Ramon
think
to stop him. There's the look right there. He does not
that
hit
should
the
be
bag,
it.
right? He kind of slows his stride down. Then he realizes.
Yeah,
oh,
Chase,
boy,
I
gotta get
agree. You
there
should
in
have
a
just
hurry.
stayed at
Another
second on that one.
good relay
I appreciate
from
it
the
if you
Royals.
send something. I appreciate it. Very, very kind of you.
That's all it took was that little
God damn it.
hesitation.
Why just not stay at second? That's an easy
A triple away
two-bagger.
from him, which was a double.
Never make the first out at third. Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
And Goodrum none too pleased about it. You can
No
understand
good.
Why? Here's Victor Reyes, 1 for 2 tonight. Fastball in for a strike at 97.
I still can't believe I
Reyes
smacked my arm off
singled
the
in
chair.
second. Had the first hit of the game, and then right back to the mound in the fifth.
Turning around, hitting right.
0-1 count though for Reyes. 108 should be a runner at second, but that's all right.
Squares to bunt.
Oh.
Let's
0-1.
Side 1-1.
Or 1-1 rather now.
Great point about the young
Probably
pitching
include the
staff
pitch
that
that was
Kansas
just
City's
thrown.
trying to.
All right, we're good.
develop.
Now my arm was good.
And
It
the
was
young
just a
pitching
temporary
staff that
pinch.
we're trying to develop here in
I got
Detroit.
fucking feeling back in my
But
fingers.
These two teams face each other 19 times in a regular season. So there's no trickery involved by the time.
All right, here's the 1-1 from
in
Brent's,
September.
or well,
Everybody's
eventually. Here.
seen everything you all have, and then
Working a little
how do you
slowly
win
is
these
Brent's.
games? Well, you've really got to execute. I mean,
That's a fair ball into the left
There we go.
field.
Oh, that would have been a.
Diving Mondesi.
why don't you
That would have
stop
been the
at
run.
second?
Reyes will
Victor.
do just that. Trot into second base. He's got himself a one-out double. Oh boy.
Yeah, there was a potential run there.
Yep.
You know,
Well, there's a run.
Unfortunately, that's the reality. But like just mentioned by Shep, this one stays just inside the left field line. A step and a dive by Mondesi, who's
Now up is
starting
Badu.
to
Oh, Daz
learn
Cameron.
how to play that position. Things happen a lot.
I guess they're gonna
closer
pinch hit
at the
Badu.
hot corner. That's why they call it that. As Cal Eldredge comes out to talk to Brent.
Yeah, that threw everybody off. I don't think they expected Badu to get pinched hit for.
Jake Brents, Casey Mize, Tarek Skubal, or Chris Bubich.
So a weird moment
guys
here
are
in
all
this
gonna be
game, I
facing
would argue.
Each other a lot in their next few years of their career. Josh Stallman's working now. He's kind of the back end of their bullpen. And the guys that are executing the best, it's not necessarily who has the best raw stuff. It's the guys who are going to throw the most consistent quality pitches that are going to evolve as
All right,
the
now.
best pitchers. And, both these teams, as they try to rebuild and get to a different level.
2 likes away from the like goal. Let's see if we can hit that in the next couple innings. That'd be ideal. I don't even care about donations, but the likes are better.
Daz Cameron.
Donations are nice, and I appreciate them. Very, very kind. But, you should probably keep your money for yourself. That's probably a smarter idea.
So AJ going to make
Buy yourself
a
something
little
cool.
lefty-righty matchup.
Since you're going to spend the 28, well, just go buy yourself something nice, That's how I always tell
Cameron
people. I'm like,
went 3
listen,
for
it's
3
better
Tuesday
spend
against
money.
The White Sox, his first career 3-hit game. Takes
0-1.
He's actually on base 4 times. First time that he's done that because he walked.
0-1, though.
3 hits.
Runner at second, 108. Tigers just need to poke something into the outfield, and that probably scores Reyes. What's my phone at
Goodrum led off the inning with a double, but he tried to stretch it into 3 and was thrown out. And then Victor Reyes followed with a double. No 1 to Daz Cameron. Outside, 1-1.
It'll be at 100 soon.
Tigers trying to find a way to tie it up here again. They're half of the 7th inning. Battle of the bullpens.
Anyway. Yeah.
Takes it low, 2-1.
Oh, they called that a ball. 2-1. All right.
11 RBIs.
Must have just missed.
Cameron this year. One of them against the Royals.
All right. Good count for Cameron to get himself into. It's 2-1. Runner at second. One away. Bottom of the seventh, rather. Bottom of the seventh. Not top of the seventh. Bottom of the seventh. Base hit ties the game.
Wave and a miss.
2-2 is the count.
2-2 to Cameron.
Super unfortunate.
A little bit of room on the right side between Carlos Santana and Whit Merrifield.
Maybe should have just left Baudou in there. That might have been a better at-bat. Cameron's probably just going to strike out. Yeah.
And he looks at strike 3.
He just looked at it. Fucking swing, dude. I'd at least swing the bat, man.
And I think it did catch the bottom edge. Yeah, is obviously not real happy. And now Mike Matheny going to come out and go to his right-hander, Josh Stallmont.
Well, he knows the numbers that Jonathan Scope has put up against lefties. So he'll go to Stallmont, another fireballer out of the Kansas City bullpen in a tough spot in a one-run game.
I'll be right back. What is this? Okay. Well, they're going to make a pitching change. You're bringing Stallmont to face Jonathan Scope with 2 outs and a runner at second. Stallmont's going to come in to face Scope with 2 outs and a runner at second. Let's see if Scope can tie this game up or if it'll go to the top of the 8th with the Roydales having a 2-1 lead. We shall see. All right. I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Legacy Senior All-Star Football game will be played Thanksgiving weekend at the state-of-the-art Legacy Center Complex and broadcast live right here on Valley Sports. Nominate a 2022 senior at legacyfootballorg.com. Nominations are due by October 11th. One of the best arms in baseball, and Josh Stallmont, who threw the fastest pitch by a Royal pitcher this year in this ballpark to the Tigers on April 23rd. It was clocked at 101.8 miles per hour.
Yeah, early in the year, this guy was bringing it. And since All-Star break, he hasn't quite ticked that same velocity. Matheny has used him a lot early anyway.
Faces Jonathan Scope and starts him off with a strike.
Very free and easy fastball. You can see his mechanics and delivery are pretty methodical, but very solid. He has a good curveball too. So combination of those two pitches, once in a while a changeup, but mainly fastball, curveball.
All right, I'm back.
Scope 1 for 3.
I hate pitching changes. They take so long. All right. In the dirt.
Good example.
1-1.
That he can possess with that curveball. That ball probably broke 3 feet. Now it was definitely down. But see the spin. There's Sal Perez doing what he does.
Threw at 101.8 earlier this year against us. That's some fucking stinky cheese.
He's batting just 143 against Stallmont since the All-Star break.
Sheesh. Home run. Home run. Homer.
Here's the 1-1 to Scope.
And ball. 2-1. Pretty good game. Oh, we're up to 19 likes. We just need one more for the like goal. If it's actually 20 likes, that's pretty dope. I appreciate it, everyone. Thank you. Far too kind. Far too kind. 2-1 now.
On the corner to make it.
Oh, that was pretty far outside.
Scope didn't like it at all.
Even for the way this guy's been calling.
Scope's been on base twice tonight. He was hit by a pitch in the first, singled in the third.
Pretty far outside. 2-2.
That's probably why he didn't like it.
Yeah.
Normally the ones he calls out has been touching the zone. I don't know, whatever. And he strikes out.
Starmont comes on, does his job. Tigers leave one in scoring position. And 7 at Comerica Park.
Isbell, somebody else, and somebody else. I didn't get a clean look at the batters. All right, let's. Isbell, Merrifield, so 9-1. All right, Isbell, Merrifield, and Lopez. Isbell, Merrifield, and Lopez here in the top of the 8th. Royals holding on to a 2-1 lead. Royals holding on to a 1-run 2-1 lead, and it's they're 9-1 and 2, 9-1 and 2 due up for them. So it'll be Isbell, Merrifield, and of course Lopez, I think. So enjoy. So good game so far. Pitchers duel, which is, kind of
some of the most knowledgeable, passionate fans in pro sports, not only in baseball, all the pro sports. They'll let you know what they're
Thank
thinking.
you guys, by the way.
And,
We hit 21
they
likes,
love
I think.
this
Thank you
brand
very
of
much.
baseball.
Very
they
kind.
love the way this team competes. They play hard, night in, night out. They don't take nights off. It's been a lot of fun to watch, and it's been a big part of our success this season.
And not only did Chris Ilitch tip his cap to the fans here in the Motor City, he also raved about the job that A.J. Hinch and Al Avila have done, taking steps forward in this rebuild this year, putting a brand of baseball on the field that the fans can be proud of.
This is definitely a stream of endurance, trying to see how long I can last before I end it, because this is fucking boring. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm enjoying the stream because I'm just watching the game anyway.
But Trev, you know what fans
boy, oh boy,
know.
nobody's
What
saying
about
any
the spending
fucking
in the offseason? Where does it go? What did Al Avila and Chris Ilitch have to say about that?
They said they weren't going to tip their hat as to exactly what they're going to do. They do have a plan. They do want to spend in the minors as well. They want to do some things around the ballpark, and they certainly want to do things with some players on the field. We're going to have to wait and see who.
Well, Holland's in. We lost.
But they definitely have a plan moving
It's
forward.
about to get ugly.
Just have to be patient and see what that is and how that unfolds, Jeff.
Groundwork.
I don't know why they
being
keep
laid
bringing
right
this.
now. Thanks,
Exactly.
Trev. Appreciate it. Des Cameron stays in, plays left field, and Derek Holland is in a wall side windows pitching change to try and get the Royals out in the 8th. Kyle Isbell doubled in the 3rd.
Worst fucking guy on in the fucking staff is this guy. Strike 1.
Derek Holland's been a lot better.
No, strike
here in
2
the
actually.
second half.
Yeah, no,
He's
he
kinda found
hasn't.
You got to remember, this guy was a starter most of his life, and he dabbled in the bullpen a couple times. Had to fight some injuries early in the year, and he won a job in spring training just because of ability to throw a lot of strikes. I remember AJ saying, "Look at this guy won his spot, and we're gonna." And then all of a sudden he gets a couple of injuries.
sucks.
It's been kind of a battle the first half, but as the last month or so, he's done a lot better.
And that'll be a
Bell to
double.
the right center field gap.
All right, their number 9 hitter just gapped it.
Reyes chases
Just
it
hit a
down.
triple.
Isbell will dig for third.
Good job. I'm glad they brought in
Second triple of the season, and the second for the
our
Royals
worst
tonight.
pitcher for whatever
Well,
reason.
this one splits the 2 defenders out there in right field. Hit right in right center, and both Victor Reyes and Robbie Grossman chase it down against the wall. Victor gets
Their 9 hitter, who's probably has 20 career hits, it just tripled. That's pretty fucking embarrassing. He had him down 1-2. Why is he in this fucking game? Why did they bring him in? If he gives up 2 runs, I'm shutting the game off. I don't want to watch that shit. Not gonna watch fucking Derek Holland blow the game like we all. They're about to score like 3 runs. Well, this was a good game until they brought fucking shithead in. I guess we've conceded this game. I don't know why we're doing this. Whenever Holland comes in, that's an automatic L for the Tigers. They just give up like 7 runs. I wouldn't be surprised if Merrifield jacks a homer here.
If he wants to flip a ball anywhere on the field, he can.
To left field, Cameron is behind it. Isbell will tag. The throw late and offline.
Well, there goes the game. We lose 3-1.
3-1 Kansas City.
Right on cue.
Well, I know more than say it, and then Whit Merrifield lifts one in the left field. He scores the 3rd run of the game. He gets an RBI there, a sac fly. Hard to miss his bat when he's in those kind of clutch situations.
Yep.
Isn't that happening? The fucking sac fly there.
They're going to appeal at 3rd.
What are they doing? What are they fucking dumbasses do? I was like, and tag. They did.
It's funny right there. Mike Ripperger, he deferred to home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy, who looked like he was deferring to second base umpire Eric Bacchus. Bacchus didn't even flinch. So Phil Cuzzy made the call that he was safe, or there was no problem with the tag. Kind of different.
There's Nicky Lopez. 0 for 3 tonight. A fly out, a line out, and a ground out for Lopez. On base streak of 31 straight on the line with this at bat.
I don't know if you could actually see the timing of the tag there, but it was pretty quick. I think that's why
1-1.
At least tried to get them to challenge it.
On the ground to first. Nice backhand play by Scope. Leads Holland.
Barely got it.
Time to get the speedy Nicky Lopez.
Yeah, they brought in Holland for some reason, Jorge. Not really sure why.
Quite honestly, most major league teams don't practice it that much once the season starts, but believe me,
I always think it's a bad idea to bring in Holland.
Every single day, covering first base, and it's all about timing. Right there, Jonathan Scope has to try to lead Derek Holland. You don't want to throw the ball real high.
Now we need two to tie and 3 to win. That's a lot worse than 2 to win.
They got it done. Nicky Lopez runs well.
Very annoying.
2 outs for Salvador Perez. Perez has struck out.
I guess that was somehow
flied out to right.
Been a bit too low.
Derek Holland has had good success against Perez. Since the All-Star break, Perez 25 homers and 62 runs driven in, more than anybody else in the majors in those 2 categories. Swung on and missed to make it 1-1.
Great slider. That's a perfect pitch right there to Sal Perez from Holland.
All right, bear back.
Again, they haven't shifted to the left side of the infield.
The 1-1 right at the shortstop, Nico Goodrum. Defense positioned well. Kansas City takes advantage of the leadoff triple. They increase their lead to 2. The upcoming pitching matchup presented by Wallside Windows tomorrow. Tarek Skubal, look what he's done in his last 8 starts against John Heasley. Our coverage here on Bally Sports begins at 5:30 with Tigers Live with Mickey York, Dan Petrie, and Trevor Thompson.
Damn.
One more look at this appealed play, the tag at third base, and you can clearly see that Daz Cameron had caught the ball.
Oh, the audio didn't go out. It was just a commercial break.
It was the right call by the umpires. Kyle Isbell scores.
It was just a commercial break. There was no
Tigers
audio.
In the 8th, it'll be Robbie Grossman, Miguel Cabrera, and Jamer Candelario against.
I got the audio playback in my ear right here.
Came on to get the final out in the 7th.
So I hear what you guys hear, other than my voice.
Scope with the man at second. First pitch is high and tight to Grossman. He had mentioned when Starmont came out of the bullpen that he had thrown the hardest pitch by a Royals pitcher this year at 101.8 miles per hour. He did it in this ballpark back on April 23rd. He did it against this hitter, Robbie Grossman. Now 1-1.
Just went and did a little dabber do. Woo.
Grossman has scored the Tigers' lone run.
1-1.
Scored in the 6th. The RBI single to Eric Haas. Grossman has walked twice so far tonight. They play him to pull the 1-1 inside. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the City. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. Tigers have left 7 men on base. The 2-1 inside to make
3-1. Good eye by Grossman.
See where the Cardinals won again tonight, Jack? That's 13 in a row for St. Louis.
Stay hot.
Yeah.
It's the right time of year to get hot, too.
Damn, Cardinals won again. Sheesh. Oh, no, they're up 9-3. Jesus Christ.
Back available, huh?
Why not use your closer in a game you can still, I don't know.
3-2 now to Grossman.
Well, another 5-pitch at bat for Robbie.
Well, that was a strike, yeah.
Top of the zone. He takes it mainly to where it makes Dolmont work again. Will he throw the curveball or will he stay with the fastball?
This is the leadoff guy because it's going to be Grossman, Cabrera, and Candelario this inning. Here's the full count offering. Up high, ball 4.
3 walks for Grossman here tonight. A leadoff walk to start the 8th. For Cabrera.
Here comes Miguel Cabrera. That place would become absolutely unglued if he bombed one out right now. I don't even want to imagine what it would be like there.
A lot of fat heads out there. I didn't see those before the game. The Miguel Cabrera fat heads everywhere. Need one of those for the booth.
We do.
Safe on an infield single his last time up. In a 1-for-3 night so
Here we
far.
go, Miggy up.
Takes a first pitch.
Jesus Christ. Strike 1. Ump has a generous strike zone.
Cabrera 1 for 6 in his career in the head-to-head matchup with Josh Staumont. Ground ball, third base.
Fuck.
Mondeci to second. That's 1.
That's 2. Well, the only drawback of him is if he hits it on the ground, that's 2 usually. All right, well. That sucks.
Mondesi kind of guards
We just could not get the bats going tonight.
Late innings coming up. You can see he's right on the line, and that ball's hit right to him. Early in the game, he was off the line, and in fact, Miggy's first hit was pretty much in the same spot. But that one, they made the adjustment with the infield positioned, and they played it perfectly.
2 outs for Jeimer Candelario. Candelario walked in the first, and then a ground out and fly out followed.
1-0. You hear a different continent? Yeah, I live in Michigan. Yeah, I live in the state of Michigan. Yeah. Why? Where are you from? Down in Missouri.
Candelario 0 for 3 in his career against Josh Staumont. But he's also walked
1-1 with Candy, 2 away here in the 8th inning.
Low and inside.
Yeah, I mean, the whole offense is really shit to bed tonight, but yeah.
And the crazy thing is, you could tell by the way he took it that Jeimer Candelario saw the pitch well.
Casey, that's what I figured.
Another one
inside.
3-1.
I don't know. 2. If you're just gonna whine, dude, why are you watching? I don't. Yeah, he's a big slow guy that hits into a lot of double plays. Are you surprised or something, or this your first time watching the Tigers?
He walks him.
I'm just saying though, like, how many guys have done nothing with guys at third base? Or done nothing with like the bases loaded? I don't know. Is it all Miggy's fault?
When you buy online and pick up orders at the Home Depot store.
We had guys at second base with no outs in this game. That's not really Miggy's fault.
Tigers have out-hit the Royals.
Right? I
As
mean,
just mentioned, the 6 walks plus a hit batter, and yet have just 1.
What happened here? Injury?
There's some concern for Mike Matheny and his medical staff. That's why they're out to talk with Josh Staumont. Home plate umpire Phil Cuzzy is out there to listen to the conversation.
Not nobody did sheet tonight with the bats.
And this trip, Cuzzy will let
scattered around 6 useless hits.
He's not going to let Mike Matheny make any conversation. Matheny has Scott Barlow, the right-hander, warming up out in his.
Yeah, I don't know why he's swinging at those. Well, this ump's kind of being a fuckwad anyway.
Convinces him that he's okay.
If it's not low or high, he just calls it a strike. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to get away. Like, he's giving them those pitches tonight too. So Miggy has no choice but to kind of swing at him. It's kind of one of those. He'd be striking out looking. Yeah, but the thing is, it's the way this ump's calling it. It's like if you see this plate here, for example, if you haven't noticed, this ump is calling anything that touches from here to here. As long as it's within this, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it seems like it's like right, there's like an extra inch around the strike zone as long as it's not high or low.
Straight away in the infield, straight away in the outfield.
Yeah, dude, this anything outside for either team. He's being consistent, to be fair. The ump's being very consistent with this weird-ass strike zone. But it's just a garbage strike zone. It's causing some bad swings, because it'd be striking out looking if they wouldn't. So
Tigers looking for that.
Even the Royals are swinging at some ugly pitches. Like this guy sucks. But he's gonna get a high consistency rating. The fairness. He's gonna get a very high score because he is calling a very consistent game. It's just obnoxious the way he's calling it.
He strikes out
Fuck.
Castro to end the 8th. We head to the 9th.
Well, this has been a bad offensive night. Good pitching. I mean, in all honesty, they've pitched very well tonight. You give up 3 runs, you should win the game for the most part. They should be in a position to shut this game down and win it here into the 9th, but offense has been pretty bad. Benintendi, Santana, and Mondesi. Oh, well, I'm just happy with the results of the season so far. Because it looks like I'm going to wind up being right about how they finish. So I'm happy about that. Anywhere from 5 games over was my prediction at the start of the season, from 5 games over to 5 games under. And then about midway through April, I made one addendum, and I went, all right, more than likely this is going to be like 5 games under to 10 games under, and that was the only time I made an adjustment. And I think I've almost clinched being absolutely correct about my prediction with them. Now, if they can finish 5 games under, I look like a goddamn genius before the season started. Because I'm like the only one I know of so far who predicted the Tigers to be anywhere near 5 games under 500. And I really haven't faltered too hard from that. And I know that's reaching low, but when your team lost 117 games the season before, that actually counts. Getting down to just 5 games under the 500 mark is an incredible advancement in one season. So yeah, that's scary good in one season. By the way,
let's look at our update on Ram pick this
I'm not going to tell you.
Night for Dan Petrie.
I'm not. I'm going to let you guys figure out how history works.
People with points, unlike Trevor and me, and I'm a -3. Ugh. So much for sentimentality on Miguel Cabrera night.
You had to take him.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, I would have. Same position I would have. Make you feel any better?
No, it doesn't. But
the way history works, right? Sometimes it's like weirdly cyclical. It tends to repeat itself, is what they say. In 2003, the Detroit Tigers went 43 and 119. In 2004, they won 70 games. So that's kind of like the lockout season for us. Kind of whatever, middling season.
About sending him on a rehab assignment, but
this is kind of like the equivalence 2 years after having 110 plus losses. 71 and 91, a good 70-win season. Kind of what I was angling for all year was hopefully we get at least 70. And then in 2006, of course, the Detroit Tigers, I don't even remember, went to the World Series. I don't know. Sometimes history is weird and repeats itself. That's all I'm saying. 2000, what was that? 19, we lost all those fucking games. Like 117, we almost broke our own record we set. 2000, last year was a whatever year, doesn't really matter. This year it's a 70-win season. What's next year? I mean, if history repeats itself, we're going to the World Series next year, but I doubt that. We'll see. 3-0. Lopez, who came in on a 31-game on just a better version all the way around. Slightly better than our worst season. Last season doesn't really count, so I don't really know how to figure that. This year, we're a little bit better than the 05 season would have said. I don't know. Oh, nice. We threw a strike. Good job. Oh, they brought in Jimenez. We're really waving the white flag.
The only flaw in your explanation there is Merrifield's
strike
got
2.
2 of the 3 RBIs.
Well, yeah, I said he's got the 2 sacrifice flies, but they don't have the...
they don't have the hits that we're accustomed to seeing from these guys.
Right. Mondesi with a triple. Isbell's got a couple of hits. O'Hearn's got a couple of hits.
Hey, struck him out. There we go. Good job to come back on Benintendi.
It ends with a strikeout for Joe Jimenez to start the ninth.
Good comeback for Joe. It's all about fastball command.
Now up is Santana. Santana.
In the count, he comes back and fires it down the middle, challenges him. Benintendi just swinging underneath it.
Santeria's up now.
He's 0 for 4, and here's Carlos Santana. Strike out, fly out, line out for Santana here tonight.
Right one.
The pitch by Joe Jimenez. Jimenez hasn't pitched since September 4th when the Tigers were in Cincinnati when he pitched 2/3 of an inning against the Reds.
Wow, Joe hasn't pitched in a while, huh?
They play Santana to pull.
It'll be 1.
And he went.
Or 2.
Little breaking ball down the bottom of the zone, breaks out of the strike zone, and Carlos Santana was.
There's something I wanted to check.
Easy call for home plate umpire
Don't matter,
Phil Cuzzy. Now the 0-2. He did go.
He did.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Joe Jimenez.
2 away in the top of the 9th. Tigers are going to have to walk it off if they want to win it, but
this is what third base
doesn't seem likely right now.
He definitely swung.
Tigers are a nightmare in the 9th, though. If you don't have like a rock solid back end of your bullpen, the Tigers can be like a nightmare in the 9th inning.
Tripled and scored in the 7th.
Yeah, these umps aren't the greatest in this series. They have like a B- fucking crew on this one. Two teams that aren't, they're fighting for division fucking bragging rights.
Breaking balls and getting swings out of his zone.
Been a good game though. Great pitching from both teams. Good defense all around. Only one error, and it was kind of like a pooch error anyway. It doesn't really matter. Jesus Christ. These umps are not playing check swings right now.
Okay, Phil Cuzzy calls this. You be the judge again.
Ooh, he didn't go. No, that's not a strike. I actually, Chase, I agree. It's not a strike.
Joe doesn't.
I don't. What do they do? These umps must be like, we're done. This game's over. Just hurry up and swing the bat.
Grounded foul.
That's a little weird, a little powerful, but okay.
The Tigers will have the 7,
What's up,
8, and 9 hitters.
What's up, dude?
Due up in the 9th. Timeout called.
0-2 for Mondeci. Last pitch he fouls off, so we'll do it all again. Here's the pitch.
The 0-2 popped up.
Popped him up.
On the right side, Goodrum or Castro.
And that'll be the 3rd out.
Who retires Mondeci, and down goes
All right, let's see if we can do anything.
Tigers looking for a comeback.
7, 8, 9, due up. Haas, Goodrum, and Reyes. That spells runs. Well, GG's to the Royals fans. Yeah. It's kind of where I'm at, too. Yeah, GG. It was a good one. We got the bottom of the 9th coming up. It's 3-1 Royals. Tigers are sending their best of the best to the plate this half inning, and it was, Yeah, these umps are garbage. But yeah. They're just, everything's a strike. It's just, whew. Barlow's coming into pitch, obviously. Scott Barlow's into pitch for the Royals. And it'll be Haas, Goodrum, and Reyes unless somebody gets pinched hit for, which I doubt. Yeah, I don't think so. I was trying to think maybe somebody for Goodrum, but I don't know if they got anybody to hit for him. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't. So, man. Yeah, no, Dragons. They've had a good run. They just their bats have been garbage tonight. It's been a good pitching affair, though. We've been in a lot of pitchers duels this year, and this was another one of those. Hitting has not been timely. Scattered 6 hits. Here we are in the bottom of the 9th, though, with a chance to get back into it. We're only down 2. Credit the pitching staff tonight.
Dan Petrie and Mickey York back with you at the ballpark, getting ready for a post-game edition of Tigers Live. Tigers haven't had
3-1 Royals. Let's see if we can come back. It's been a good one so far.
Yeah, a couple times Tigers had some runs, hit a couple of balls hard. The Royals had a couple of chances. We're going to show you how they were able to capitalize on their opportunities and who was in the middle of a couple of those opportunities and how he got the job done.
All right, well, we have some bad news.
Yeah, Tigers been playing well. I'm fine with it.
57-1 this season when leading after 8. The Tigers, however, have won twice when trailing after 8 innings this season. So, Shep, yes, there is a chance for a happy post-game show.
We're about to take this game, baby.
You got the comeback feeling, don't you? You always have that positive vibe with you. They'll have to do it against Scott Barlow, though, fellas. Scott Barlow making
14-20 in save ops. About to make it 14-21.
Few others who
rally caps coming on.
Right. They heard what Mickey York was preaching. Eric Haas leads it off. And a first pitch strike to him.
Oh boy, would he like to have that one down.
Oh man, you got to swing at that one. Strike one. That was like right down the pipe. I just seen where that landed. I was like, that might have been a little inside, but no, that was So that's home run spot.
For 5 in his career against Barlow. Foul tipped it. It's 0-2.
Yeah, but he does play for the Royals, so I don't know. Some bad defense.
Haas is driven in the lone.
No, you're good, buddy.
line.
You're good, man. You're good, Essinator. Your name's uncomfortable to say. It's hilarious, though. Yeah, 14 to 20 is like 60% or something like that, right? What does that break down to? Divide by 2s. You get 7 out of 10, so about 70%. Not terrible. Is that what that is, right? You divide it by 2, because you can convert that down to 7, and that down to 10, and that's 70%. So that's right? Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty fucking bad, actually. that's really bad. When you're like maybe like 41 or 45, it's not a big idea, like a big deal to have 4 blown.
That's a tough pitch.
Or 6 blown. Oh Jesus, that's 6 blown. Yeah, that's a lot for 20 appearances.
Fraction of an inch. Good frame job by Sal Perez, but even better take for Eric Haas there.
Who, the Tigers? Yeah, the Tigers have had a great run. Injuries have been a big part of the reason why this team has struggled at times. Plus, April. If we have a 500 April, we're like a borderline playoff team right now. We're like fighting with the White Sox for the division, which is hilarious to think about how bad April was.
Just a stunner step around second base.
Because you can add 10 losses and take away, you add 10 wins, take away 10 losses. This team is suddenly 83 and 70 something.
At third base?
No, 67. Like we're a dramatically different team if we don't have April. Like 10 wins in either direction. It's not even putting. I don't even think that puts us at 500 for the month. That's how bad that shit was. We don't even need a 500 month. Shit, a 500 month. I think we win the division. 0-1 for a good run. There's no one to pinch hit.
8 men left on base for the Tigers tonight.
That's the story of the game. Gotta get timely hits. You can get as many hits as you want, but if they're just scattered throughout 9 innings, they're useless.
He's in an 0-2 hole.
Oh, you won the game, Kenny? Let's go. Did you get to play?
Little loop in Nico's swing right there, swinging underneath that.
Are the Tigers jerseys good to buy? I don't know. I don't really like buying baseball jerseys.
0 for 2 in his career against Barlow with a couple of strikeouts. They play him to pull. Here's the 0-2.
1-1, or 1-2 rather. Sorry, 1-2. Congrats though, Kenny. Let's go. Senior year, you won the Copper Bowl. That's always good. Yeah, Tigers are one of the better teams in baseball since May 8th. They're wildly good since May 8th. You didn't play? Oh, that's all right. Probably Carlos Correa is going to be. Shortstops are probably going to be big. But I could also see us, because of the way that Keidler kid's playing, I could see us going for more of a low-scale shortstop. That's really good. Just not, one of the big names, maybe like Seager or something like that. Sign him to like a 2-year thing and then try to move on after a couple years because of Keidler.
A saloon, yeah.
Took a nap and you're still alive. Yeah. I mean, about 3 hours in. We're in the bottom of the 9th with 1 away. 2-2.
Takes it inside.
Yeah, 9-24, 65-2. Yeah, exactly. We have a great record.
2011, signed with LA for going.
Like I said, you add 10 losses from that, and you make it 75 and 44. No, that wouldn't. That's not how that works out. Like I said, 10 losses either way, 19 and 14, and well, that puts us in a good record. But
he's worked it full.
Like I said, 10 wins either way. It's crazy to think about how different this season is.
Nico worked it this far. Now he's got to make something.
All right, full count here with 1 away. Let's see if Goodrum can get on or something.
To get on base, and the tying run comes to the plate. Here's the payoff. On the ground, and a nice play by Nicky Lopez. He retires Goodrum for out number 2.
Yep, like right there.
Have the shift work to their advantage there.
Well, Again, GG's to the Royals fans. This was a good game. Nice little pitchers duel that didn't go our way. The way she goes sometimes. The way she goes in these close 2-run, 1-run game type shits.
2 away for Victor Reyes.
Couple balls get through the infield, and that's all you need. One gap shot for a leadoff hit, and that's one mistake on the other team too, with Nico trying to stretch a leadoff double into a triple, and then the very next hitter doubles. I would agree, Uper. I would agree. I don't know how teams would be responding if we were able to unleash Screwball and Mize on people full game. They wouldn't do shit against us. They're so fucking good, those two.
Tigers down to their last drive.
Watching those two like just mow down fucking playoff teams was just beautiful. Our young pitcher, even Matt Manning recently. This dude, all of a sudden, they put him up against the A+ competition the last fucking 3 weeks, and all of a sudden, Matt Manning's like, oh yeah, I can pitch really good. I mean, even Matt Manning, all of a sudden has turned the corner. I'd say he's starting to find himself a little bit. You guys agree, or what are you guys thinking? Even young Matt Manning isn't too bad. I think he's finally figured out a third pitch to throw at the majors finally. That's all it was, by the way, with Manning. He just needed to get comfortable with his 2 pitches he does throw. Oh, you didn't need to delete that, dude. You could be a Royals fan. You're fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, both should pitch, what, in Minnesota, right, Jack?
That's what
You guys are lucky to win tonight, though. You're lucky we're pitying you guys tonight. We're a good team. We're a kind franchise. I'm kidding.
Reyes waits on another 0-2.
All right.
In his career against Barlow.
Here's the 0-2 to Reyes.
Outside.
Ball. Surprised that wasn't called a strike.
To me, that tells me how dialed in Victor is.
1-2.
He's seeing the ball a lot better in these counts.
Really? He didn't swing at a ball 15 feet out of the strike zone, and you're going to be like, he's really seeing it right now. Is that supposed to be sarcasm, Jack?
Better job of that.
On the ground to second with Merrifield.
Yep, good game, good game.
Series opener. Detroit goes 1-2.
Well, you guys won't win tomorrow, which is what I'll be live for. I will be live again for tomorrow's game, not Sundays because, football. Yeah, I think Reyes. There's see you later, Kenny. I think there's a few guys on the chopping block because I do think the outfield might have Riley Green in it next year. You can't really say that, he got brought up to AAA. And I see him and Green making the team out of camp almost. Especially since they'll probably try to run Cabrera as a pure DH next year. Especially if he's planning on sticking around for whatever reason. So run Green at first, Torque goes to first. What does Green play specifically? Is he like a corner outfielder or like a what part of the is he a center fielder? I'm not sure. I want to say he's a right fielder, right? Yeah, Chase is a Royals fan there, Coopers. But yeah, the outfield next year will probably consist of Baddoo, Hill, and Green, right? That's probably the outfield next year. Yeah, that's what I mean. He might spend a little time in AAA because I think they want to put Scope back at second. Obviously they want to probably sign a shortstop. But I also really think that Ryan Keidler kid's going to be pretty fucking good whenever they can get him up here. But I think he's a year or two away, which is why I think they should only sign a year or two shortstop because I do think that kid's going to be really good in the majors. But we're kind of past the point of waiting, so. And we'll have Rogers back next season catching. Haas will be a little bit less tired because he won't have to catch as much. So we've got spell outfielders that catch, and yeah, I don't know. And if Green isn't quite ready out of camp, then we can always just use Haas in the outfield as well when Rodgers is catching. Yeah, I think Paredes, if he can figure out the hitting, his hitting is bad. It's kind of like Jacoby Jones, where he's like they're both really good defensively, and they're both really good on the base pass, but they just can't hit. Like, they just strike out so much. Like, when they do hit it, there's all kinds of promise and good pop to it and great, like, gap shot hitters. But, like, they just strike out so much, him and Jacoby Jones. That's all they do. You have baseball on Sunday? Oh, hopefully you can see the game. There's football on Sunday too, man. All right, though, guys. I think I'm going to get out of here. I don't have a whole lot much more to talk about. Yeah, I do those on Wednesday nights. Yeah, Wednesday nights. Almost every Wednesday those streams happen, my friend. Almost every Wednesday. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. My phone lost connection for some reason. I don't know what that was. All right. Yep. Everyone have a good night. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you all for the likes. I appreciate those. I'm pretty sure we hit the like goal unless someone left fake likes, and we hit like 17, and I really appreciate that. Very, very kind. It's very kind of you. If you haven't left a like, I'd appreciate it on the way out. If not, it's not a big deal. If you left a dislike, that's fine too. I'd prefer the likes though. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. It was fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. For the game. I think the game's like an hour or like a half hour early, so it's like 6:30 start time. I'll be live for that, and then all the football games on Sunday I have listed. So, all right, have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. Peace out. Go Tigers, go Lions, and of course, go Patriots. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.